Yo, what up? Yo, Snow June episode ATKM 229 Fanstream review. Travis Moody, your host for tonight. And we had a bunch of special guests. One of them could make it. I want to give him a shout out. He went through some work stuff going on, and it's Apathy, the demigod, Army of the Pharaoh, my guy. We talked about Joe's on the show before, and he has a new album out called Mom and Dad. Amazing album, very jazzy, underground hip hop joint. So shout out to Apathy. He called me. He's like, bro, I never do this. Could make it, could be on. But we do have another special guest, and he goes by Bobby B. Here he is. What up?
What's up, y'all?
I wasn't lying.
He
It's
was
Bobby
technically.
B.
I am Bobby B. Technically speaking, I am.
Technically speaking. It's been that kind of day, guys. So yeah, another one. Hey, work gets in the way. We've had, just to be fully transparent, we had like 3 different guests that were going to be on tonight. And Bobby B from B's Battlegrounds had another work conflict. So that's the kind of day I'm having. So thankfully, my rock, my man right here, last second, hopping on the real Bobby B. The real a toy kind of moods. Bobby B is here. But you know what's great? We have a wonderful community, Bobby. It's a toy kind of mood community. It doesn't get any better than that.
That is true. That is true.
So we should say hi to some folks. Blitz, GI Snow. That's right. It's a Yo Snow June, snow kind of June, but we're out with June. Look at our new logo in the corner, man. Shout out to KJ. We got a toy kind of mood now, a toy kind of mood, Comic-Con kind of mood. Yeah, we're getting there. Here he is. Super cool nerd show. We had him last week. Jason the X.
Jason's a dope ass motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Whoa, I left 2 other live streams to be here. That says a lot, man. I know it's not. Yeah, it's not our usual night. It's usually Wednesday. I myself had a work conflict on Wednesday, Bobby, and it went away. But I'm saying, do they really want to wait another day?
No.
For the Snowcat reaction when there's been 95,000 straight. I said, no, let's just go Tuesday.
Yeah.
Jedi Ben in the house. Checkpoint Alpha. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. Evening, people. Steve Martin. LFG ATKM. That's what's going on. That's what's good. Let's go. The Bobby coming in hot. Professor Soundwaves. Hey, fellas.
Hey, what's up, dude?
I'm going to need a bigger straw for all this snow.
So much snow.
What up, dudes? Yo, the snow. Hell yeah, I need that Flint and LJ to fry some eggs. Jeremy in the house. Shelf presents. Hey, collectors. Greeting, Earthlings. Colossal Customs. Hey, y'all, could I call? I figured you'd be on your own show, man. I don't want to. Then it just becomes, you might as well just join a toy kind of mood at that point if you're going to do back-to-back. Toyomic, what's up, Trev? Appreciate you. John to the Ross. What do you find at Ross lately? Let us know. Cool. All right, without further ado, let's get into the toy news. All right, one of our favorite brands here at Toy Kind of Mood. We usually talk about Joe. We usually talk about Marvel Legends, but Jada Toys, especially Street Fighter. Bobby, do you have the regular M. Bison?
I don't. Actually, I don't. Come to think of it, I don't have any of the villains for Street Fighter.
You need to get at least one of them. I know Vega's. There's a review of Vega out there, so he's hitting soon. Got to be hitting soon.
I know. I saw the Sagat at Target, and I was very tempted.
Wow, you passed on Sagat. That's a Figure of the Year nominee right there.
The reason I passed on Sagat is because it was either Sagat or angry Homer Simpson with the green paint in the pool, and for me, it's no-brainer The Simpsons.
Yeah. I got you. So there he is, so they call it Deluxe Player 2, but that gets confusing. To me, they should just start calling it Player 3, Player 4, because we already got a Player 2. It was the BBTS exclusive with the teal blue.
Yeah, sure. That's what I didn't understand when I said player 2. I'm like, that's not no, player 2 is blue, and then I'm like, okay, they're just
I guess they're all player 2 because you're only going against another player. So no matter what color they're wearing, they're player 2. But then how many player 2s are you gonna have?
then just
Actually, that's a yeah. Go ahead.
no, then and you're right, but they should just go. You know what? I think it's Marvel vs. Capcom where it's like Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3. So man, that
This
right.
is how Jason's not wrong. This is how you sell the variant. You see M Bison, he's completely hidden behind that blast of body effect going through the opponent. Shit,
Yeah,
it's
that is
fire.
ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's a Comic Con exclusive right there.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
Yeah, Colossal's right. The 2FX from this is it's worth it alone.
Hey, you know what, Tony? We're going to talk about GIJoe, of course, because it's a toy kind of move. I want to pull this up. Look, the only way I'm ever going to find a woman in LA is to have a boat. So, Lenny, Tony, hear me out, man. Get me my moray so I can have a woman in LA.
I mean, honestly, when you
Get
say
that?
I have a boat, you're not lying. Technically.
Right.
Technically.
It's like the six figures meme.
Exactly. You can tell you have a
Uh,
helicopter.
that's funny. Yeah, I could take you on a private chopper ride. Let's see. Ever fly a dragon, baby? Uh,
Exactly.
gotta have Dalsim. Yeah, Dalsim's probably next, and then the third one's probably like Mega Man because they never said in the email it was Street Fighter. They said they had 3 exclusives, so it could be literally Scooby Doo. It
Yeah.
could be. I don't think it would be Cyberpunk because they're only doing like the 2 figures, and it's not really like a super hot property at the second. I would say probably just Mega Man,
You
right?
I'm either Mega Man or if they wanted to get, frisky with it, do a Fred and Daphne from Scooby Doo 2-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean, I doubt they'll do this, but the Mystery Inc. van, just here you go, boom, San Diego, here's the van.
Mm-hmm. Could, could. I don't know if they'll go that big with it. So just some details here on they call it SDCC #1 exclusive because they have 2 more. The first 3 exclusives will all be revealed this week. So we'll probably get the Dalsim one tomorrow and Thursday, who knows. They're available at the booth. But listen, guys, if you go to Jada Next Level the first day of Comic Con, or it's like a Thursday or Friday, you're not going to have a problem with any of these repaints. They're repaints. They're not, they're not behind. I think these are perfect exclusives, right, Bobby? Because they're just repaints. There's nothing like hiding behind a Comic Con exclusive, like a new character or anything like that.
Yeah, and that's something that we've talked about on the show before. Zen and I have made the same argument that this is what you want from a Comic Con exclusive. You don't need it. If you want it in your collection, but you don't need it to complete the collection. You know what I mean? Like if you already have Bison, you already have Bison. You don't need player 2.
Right. 100%. So just some other additional notes on this. I don't know if we could see it from the beat up. No, it looks like they didn't put the face in there, but there's actually going to be a brand new head sculpt for M Bison Player 1 included. So it's kind of like the Chun-Li Player 2 that we had last year, the pink Chun-Li that came with an exclusive face for Player 1. So
Which
they're
I
doing I
dig.
love that they do that.
I yeah, it's almost a callback to the oh fucking what did Motu used to do? It used to be the like the swords pack. Like you get you buy like the pack and had like different swords, shields, stuff like that. That's what they're kind of doing. It's kind of a callback, and I really dig that.
Cool. So yeah, 4 head sculpts. I think for at least the green one. So including 2 brand new expressions. I think we saw some of those in here. Yeah, that grin on the right doesn't look like one that was from. I think these might be the 2 expressions actually. Actually the smirk on the right. It might be the 2 smirks. So we get the Psycho Crusher, Psycho Power effect pieces with the stand, burning body accessory with the stand, and then they'll have the collector grade packaging with window display. So it'll be like the Fei Long kind of packaging there. So moving along, toy news, another Comic-Con exclusives. Does this robe remind you of anything? There you go, right there. And actually, Swerve Strickland and actually one thing I love about doing a Toy Con of Mood tonight is I could just chill and watch AEW, not because they run over all the time. Can't watch the main event. But anyway, this is the Comic-Con exclusive for AEW Jazzwares. Swerve the Realist. His robe was an ode to ROH performer Jimmy Rave, and it's going to be 1 of 1,000. They love their exclusives. You can't buy it on Jazzwares Vault or anything like that. It's going to be only at the booth, only at Comic-Con, $40. It's pretty much a repaint, but it is Comic-Con worthy because it's Black Panther inspired in the gear. You get the kind of the face mask similar to Black Panther, and he's got the claws and everything like that. So big pop culture guy is Swerve.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. If I feel bad if I watched AEW, I'd totally get this.
Fair. All right, moving on to WWE. We'll run through some of this stuff really quickly, but wanted to actually give him a shout, man, because this was on my patio today.
I might get that. That's dope.
And I'll do a full screen. This is the Comic-Con exclusive John Cena. The champ is here, man. Shout out to Mattel. Was not expecting a big box on my patio. I'm like, what is this? And then it was just this in it. But it's got a lot of brown paper. But yeah, that's the nice slip case that they got there. But yeah, shout out to Mattel. All the belts. We went over this on the show, but this is a pretty dope one. So I'll do like a little review or something like that, some kind of video with this guy involved. And shout out to Mattel on that one. But exactly. Sticking with the Ultimate line, we got this Coliseum Collection Ultimate Edition Warrior and Honky Tonk Man, Amazon, maybe Mattel Creations in the fall. What do you think of this one, brother?
It's dope. I like that Honky Tonk Man. That's really cool. Ultimate Warrior, I've got my issues with him, but that does look really freaking well done.
The tie-dye shirt is dope. I already have a honky, but this is the honky, man, with this soft goods outfit. And he's had soft goods before, but this one is really cool, new face sculpts and everything. And new hair. He's got like the messed up hair like after the match. And of course, this was the Intercontinental match. Didn't he beat him in like 30 seconds or 40 seconds? It was like a quick
something like that. Yeah. It was ridiculous. Now these aren't San Diego exclusives. These will be at on only on Mattel
Amazon. Yeah. I'm just running through. Yeah, the only exclusive they have is this one.
Okay.
This will be on Mattel, and it'll be on Mattel Creations for Comic-Con and at the booth as well. And I don't foresee this one go. I think they've just over ordered the last few Comic-Con. Mattel seems to have the easiest exclusives to get minus Hot Wheels, right? Ryan, what's up, man? You're always like leaving amazing comments in my videos, man. I really appreciate that. Animation, what's going on? E Worthy, always around. Love to see you. Chris D'Amato, love seeing the group. Cool. So that's the Coliseum Collection, one of their best series they got. The next Ultimate Edition series, my guy CM Punk. This is Ultimate 27. Yeah, so we got CM Punk with the different hands. You're a Punk guy. What do you think of this? This is a Bret Hart
it's dope. It's dope. I got this one, and I might actually be good just because I like this Punk. Just there we go.
Oh, it's a great one. It's a modern Punk.
Yeah, modern Punk. The only reason I'd get that Ultimate is the sweatshirt. That sweatshirt's dope.
Oh yeah, soft goods sweatshirt. That's the thing with the Ultimate, because the one you got in your hand is elite. So you got butterflies and different 33 points of articulation instead of
and like his shirt is soft goods. So
yeah,
cool.
And then you got Bailey's.
I might have to get this Bailey. Who doesn't like Bailey?
Right. Super fan favorite. I don't know about that smiling sculpt on the left, kind of hard to see in the render. But the grinning one, but the smiling in the middle is good, and the one on the right, it looks like Bailey. And this was her WrestleMania gear.
Yeah.
And then Logan Paul, this is a good Logan Paul. This might be the best one yet. That face sculpt that you see that's very stern, that's a new one for me. I haven't seen, even though it looks exactly this. Oh, I see. One has a headband, one doesn't. That's the difference. But there's all new face sculpts here, and I think in new attire for him. So it's a good figure. So that's 27, and here's 28 on the left. We already showed renders of those on a prior episode of ATKM, but they're up on Ringside. I wanted to give Ringside Collectibles a shout. You could pre-order Ultimate 28 right now. And then you got Greatest Hits 9, which also has Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes from SummerSlam of 23, Fatu, which I did a review of the new Fatu. He's should be hitting pretty soon, and Stone Cold, hard to see because of the damn logo thing. Let me see if I can. Oh, a second. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Cool. Ooh. I'm gonna have to get that. I'll have to get that Eddie Stone Cold. I might get that Tiffy. I don't know. It's Tiffy time.
The Tiffy's way better. Yeah, that Tiffy's way better as far as the renders than, and we went over it on the show before, but way better than the one that's out now, the Elite.
Yeah.
So, and then you got Uncle Howdy, which I don't think he deserves an Ultimate yet, but I guess someone has to fill Bray Wyatt's spot. So why not?
Yeah, exactly.
His brother. But anyway, moving on. Last thing of wrestling, we have Elite 120. Sorry for the faded image. Just kind of threw this together before the show. It's Roman Reigns, LA Knight. Yeah. Lola, first time in the line, Lola Vice. You got Joe Gacy. So you want to complete the whole Wyatt sick pack, you'll have to get Joe Gacy. And then, once again, these pictures are getting in the way. Cody Rhodes suited. There's also a pink suited chase of Cody Rhodes. And John Cena isn't included in the wave. If you want to buy the wave, it's going to be another one of those collector edition. Piss me off. Cena's just good luck trying to get it. But yeah, new Cena is part of the wave as well.
Yeah, and, I'll for sure get that LA Knight and maybe that Roman. I don't know, but I'll definitely get that LA Knight.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this wave unless I see Cena. All right, and then I think that's it for wrestling. And yeah, you have a lot to talk. You have a lot to say about this.
Oh, Jesus, where to start? I was actually talking to Lance today, your roomie and friend of ours. He did make a good point. He goes, it would have been cool if they did 6-inch classified scale, which for the price of these, they should have just gone classified scale. And I understand the it's with tariffs included in it. However, holy shit, that Condor is I think 35. The Thunderhawk 65. I'm like, I'm trying to do the math here. I'm like, no, like the Rhino is 175. I think is what it came out to be. That's just an absolute bonkers. And then the whole, if you want to get the whole set, it was, I think I said 375. No, hold on. It's
I got it, bro. It's 325 for the BBTS, but and you can only get this bundle. Are there all the figures BBTS exclusive? All the vehicles and everything? Is everything BBTS or just? I think just the bundle and the exclusive with the extra characters like the sun and the robot.
Yeah. So the exclusive, I thought that was I thought that was supposed to be a San Diego exclusive. Maybe they changed it, but yeah, you get you get God damn it, T-Bob. There we go. For $325 for the bundle, I did the math. I think it came out to like $83 per vehicle, which is absolutely ridiculous. These shouldn't be more than even with tariffs. And I know it's a little subjects. I know that it's a smaller brand. I understand all that. However, again, Jada is only jacking up the prices a few bucks. This is like a whole like $40 upcharge. In some cases, $50 to $75 upcharge. That for me, as cool as this is, yeah, Ryan's right here. Like all four of these, You should not. This shouldn't be a HasLab cost. Like we actually, like Lance and I are actually just breaking it down. Like that Thunderhawk could have been the same size as the Vamp behind me with a 6-inch mat tracker for $100. Okay, maybe it would have been like 75 for the car, 25 for the figure.
Yeah.
I can wrap my head around that. $75 for, I'm sorry, $60 for that car, which, I mean, honestly, it's gonna be about heavy duty size, right? Like a little bit bigger than that. No, like, and oh, thank you, well-dressed nerd. But he was about to make my point right here. If
All right,
you
so I'll
want,
let you read it then. Oh, hold on.
yeah,
All right,
how
there
the
you go,
shit
Bobby.
how the shit is the new stuff more expensive than the vintage second market with no diecast? Thank you. Like, if you want,
Bobby, he said how the shit, and you say what the shit. So now you have to read it again and say what the shit.
what the shit? What the shit? No,
Okay.
but he's right. He's right on this, right? Like, if I go on eBay right now, I can find that Thunderhawk. Granted, it's not gonna be in box, but you know what? I
Right.
can find the Thunderhawk in box for the cost of that Rhino. But that's gonna be vintage. Like, and yeah, like where there we go. Standard Rhino is 125, 175 for the BBTS exclusive. $50 for a little Scott and T-Bob. And Ryan's right
Read
here
it.
too. Ryan makes a great point here. They should have gone. Why is this not show? Damn it! There we go. They should have done the Rhino and Jet. And Miles Mayhem first. Make smaller, more affordable stuff. But on that same note, they want Condor, and the Condor is $30, 35. Yeah, it's $35.
Right.
Like that's not $35 worth. I'm like, and I understand even with the tariff cost, I get that, but son of a bitch, like that is way too much. And I was, dude, I've asked every time we've interviewed or spoken with Lenny or Emily, I'm like, hey, where's my mask? I have been wanting mask for forever. This just, I'm like, I'm done. Like there's no way. Now, if I find these, on like somehow on sale, sure, 100%. If they go back to the original cost that they were supposed to be, I will snag all the shit up.
So Jedi for sure. Jedi Ben is right because these do still have the copyright for Hasbro when you look
Right.
at the
And
images
and
and stuff.
and and I think the other thing I'm kind of maybe a little upset about is I feel there was a little bit of a bait and switch.
Mm.
Right. So
Well,
like when these
even
got
even on the website, you click on the picture and you go into the website, it does not have the prices. It's like hidden behind a pic. You have to click on each item and then the price pops up. Like they
yeah.
are really trying their hardest to not show you the prices. And like Jeremy mentioned, this is the exclusive, and the difference is the detail. There's detail in the truck as well. It's the lining detail
And
as well. So it's not just the figures, but it is a repaint. It's got more like metallic on it. Let me see if I have the info here. On no, I didn't put it down, but it does have like some metallic lining and different paint as an exclusive.
like and I get that. And again, that's for an exclusive. And if you're gonna pay extra for an exclusive, that's fine. Like that I understand that. But like I was saying, I feel that there was a whole bunch of like bait and switch, like when this got announced, like, oh, here's here's what you're gonna pay. And I'm like, okay, that's actually okay, I'm fine with that. Like $25 for Condor. I think it was like 35, $40 for Thunderhawk. I'm like, okay, that's fair. I knew it'd go up a little bit because of tariffs, but not like,
Yeah.
from 40 to 60. Like I'm like, or 50 to 100. It's like, okay, wait a minute. Because I say like 100 because uh the copter with Miles Mayhem 90, but then you've got shipping and handling taxes. Also it's the Rhino. I don't know why they're giving a different name, but
Yeah, we went over that. They Rhino is a Marvel property.
And that's fair, right? And like I get um I get what Toy Bounty Hunters here is saying because they like uh they Mondo wanted to charge I think 50 for them, and then like they had to charge like 100 at the least amount because Hasbro like, no, you need to pay. It's just uh it's all very yeah, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
And
I get that. Let's cut to some comments that I starred before we
yeah,
get
go
too
ahead.
far ahead. Let's see. E-worthy. I had pre-ordered the mass bundle earlier today, but then Spec from Toy Optics talked me out of it on the I don't know, never heard of the circle of whatever. So I canceled. I'll wait till they go on sale. Yeah, that's probably what a lot of people are gonna do.
Yeah,
Tony's Figs, what's up, man? I guess I'm paying the nostalgia price. I enjoyed these so much as a kid, sold them like an idiot. So now I'm gonna pay the price for what I did. Yes, I'm insane. I can always cancel, I guess. That's true. If you do pre-order, you can always cancel it. And if you put it in your pile of loot, you can replace whatever money you put into your pile of loot with something else. Just remember that. That's one good thing. I mean, BBTS has cool exclusives, but the pile of loot is such a godsend. Last comment before we move on. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't get it. They want us to buy into this line, but are pricing out even the regular collectors.
yep.
I wanted to be all in, but I can't justify it. I'll ask you this. So looking at, and we'll get into the Snowcat, obviously, as our primetime show. And I want to let guys know it wasn't in our thumbnail, but at the very end of the show, I'm going to go over the Arctic future of classified. I think it's going to be a very cool segment of the show. So that'll be after the Snowcat. So stick around. We got a really cool thing going. But Snowcat 325. This is all 325. Honestly, I know you're upset, but what do you think has better value? And we'll get into Snowcat details and all that. But just looking at this and looking at the Snowcat with the three figures and the Bivouac.
Honestly, look, I am upset at the price for its value. Ooh, I'm gonna go probably Snowcat.
I mean, yeah, this is 118 scale. The Snowcat.
Yeah, I mean
The
because
Snowcat is I mean 21 inches long. How long is this? Let's see. That I think I even have the stats here. Oh no, I don't. Do you know how much the MDU is, the Rhino? How long it is? I mean, I thought I had this in
how
my
long?
notes. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I think it was about like good like foot and a half.
Well, the helicopter is, we don't even have it on the screen. Let's see if we can get it on there. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
the helicopter right there is a foot long.
yeah,
And so the Snowcat is is pretty much 9 inches longer than the helicopter, and the helicopter is longer than the Rhino, correct?
yeah, yeah. So and
So then you're looking at, yeah, you're probably looking at better value because you got how many figures here? 5 or 6 figures, but they're so tiny, and you're going to get three 112 scale figures plus a Bivouac. That Bivouac, as we show later, is massive. It's a lot bigger than I thought.
yeah, and look, I love mask. I still have like the majority of my Switchblade. I still have Condor. I know I have the Rhino and Thunderhawk somewhere. Um, right, but like I think and yes, these all have a lot of cool stuff that comes along with it. The transformation and everything is really cool, and I'm not going to argue that. Um, but I just feel like I'm literally online right now. Okay, that the new Thunderhawk is 60, right? You can go online, and granted, like, and this is if you are, for the vintage collector, a Thunderhawk in box is 125. Like you can get like an original one, right? Like, and I think a lot of us would rather have. And I could be completely mistaken. And if you want the new one, get the new one. Um, but you can find the old ones, you know.
Hold on, Bobby. There's a reason why this was his nickname, is because the only thing he would buy his dates is the $5 footlong on Tuesdays. That's all. Yeah, get out of here, Spam. No,
Um,
but continue. Sorry about that.
no, it's fine. But it's just like it's slightly infuriating just the fact that they did do the bait and switch, and that I think upsets me more. Like if they just said, "Hey, these are what we'll have to wait until XYZ happens and then we can," but I think they were going, "Okay, this is this much," and we're like, "Oh, great, fuck yeah, give it to me, yeah." Oh, by the way, here's the new price. I think there was you could hear a collective like brake screeching, like everyone going, "Ark!" Hold on, no. And so and like
Yeah.
Lance and I were talking about, if you had done this, if you had done the Rhino in the size of a classified, that could have been a HasLab. And honestly, if that was a HasLab, if they go, "Hey, you know what? We're doing mask for classified," dude, that would have been insane. That would have been like, all right. And Emily said, they've done they've
hold on. Do you fear with these prices that if people are on, like we were seeing in the comments, very few people are ordering this, it seems, that are fans because of the price. Do you think that hurts their chances of becoming classified, figures or exclusives or something like that? Because if they don't sell from loyal subjects, they're going to say the brand is not popular. It's not as good. We're not going to waste our tooling money on a classified mat tracker.
No, and I think it's because this like I said, the bait and switch, I think that they've seen that we will buy classified figures, no matter what it is, right? No matter what it is, we're gonna buy it. We will get it, right? So
Right.
in the Energon universe, which if you're not reading it, why? They just introduced Mad Tracker in the free comic book day. Mad Tracker.
Hey, that's a spoiler. I was waiting to buy that issue because I didn't get.
It's 2 months old. Okay, like I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it still hasn't hit the for retail. I was wondering why it hasn't still hit retail.
Oh well, sorry. Spoilers. They introduced the Mad Tracker from the Mask comic book, right? So, this stuff would be amazing in classified scale, like, and even Emily said, now that we've done like the GIJoe like basic stuff, right? I'm paraphrasing here, but we got the Joes we all want and the ones that are coming out. Now they went, oh, now we can go kind of weird, right? Now you can be like, oh,
Right. They can make Gem, they can make Matt Striker, they can make different
if you did this in
Matt
classified
Tracker. I said Matt Striker.
That's if they did
WWF.
this,
Yeah.
if they did this in classified form, this shit. If they give us a classified scale, Camaro that did this, holy shit, gone like that.
Yeah.
The thing is, we don't need we want Mask, but we don't need it at this cost. But if you give us like vamp scaling with if you gave us a breaker on the Ram, but you gave it Condor with like the helicopter, oh dude, sold out day one.
But I'm afraid, and not in a bad way, but you're gonna have to get it from Ramen Toy because I don't think they're so behind just giving us the vehicles that come with popular figures. I don't think we'll get to Mask anytime soon. And I think if this stuff doesn't sell like hotcakes, they're not going to touch it. That's where I'm at.
I mean,
All right, we got another couple comments. Another couple comments I want to get to before we move on. Whoa, you got a lot. Shelf presence is right in paragraphs. I'll do one. I'll pick one of them here. Oh no, one of them's for Joe. I'll save it for later.
Yeah.
They want us to buy in the line, but they are pricing out even. Oh, we already read this one. Sorry,
but it's true. And I collect.
Here we go. Christopher Vose. Anyone else getting that higher than normal volume error? I'm guessing. Is he talking about this? I'm guessing he's talking about the Snowcat on Pulse because the Pulse has had some problems. I don't know unless he's talking about BBT. What are you talking about, Christopher? BBTS or Pulse?
Yeah.
I tried on 3 machines, 2 credit cards, claim my stash, can't buy. Is it the Snowcat? Or you can't buy the mask stuff. Let me know.
Yeah, let us know
because we're kind of talking about both. I wanted to buy these Todd Loves Toys. but the lack of articulation killed it.
I mean, I was fine with the lack of articulation because it was what's up, Judge Dreds? I was fine with the lack of articulation because that's what it was. And so that's why again I was fine with it when it was at the lower price point. This at like $35, fine, perfect.
Well, this is 60.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like
Oh,
originally,
you're saying if it was 35, yeah, because it's 118.
yeah. It was originally supposed to be 35, I think.
Yeah. And I'm gonna agree with Flaffle here with the layoffs. They're just so thin. They can't. We sat and we'll talk about this. How many people are upset because all of this, right? We didn't get anything. They didn't announce anything. And people are not wrong. I was right there with them. And now you want masks? They're so behind. We had no OG-13. Haven't finished the Dreadnoks. There's still Night Force characters to make. We haven't even you haven't finished Tiger Force. You're not gonna. I don't think they'll touch mask yet.
No,
but
they
if
won't.
these sold great as 118, then they go, hey, this is a hot property again. And you can see when we talk about it, there's over 100 people watching us talk about mask. So it's popular, but if it's not going to sell, can't see it going to classified anytime soon.
I think this is one of those times where they are shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Because they should have. What they should have done is not fucking license this out to loyal subjects, because loyal subjects, I'm not going to talk shit on them, but I had their turtle figures. I opened one up and I ended up flipping all four of them because it just wasn't worth it. Like if Hasbro had done this in a vintage, like the TVs, like a Star Wars TVC line, right? Given us better pricing, this would have sold. If this was under the Hasbro banner as a vintage collection, like
mass market, bigger, yeah,
exactly. Like if they had done that, because Star Wars, like we've said, the TVC, they do a great fucking job with that shit. If Hasbro had done this same thing with mask, this would have sold out. And then they go, oh, you know what? Now we need classified versions. Fuck yeah, you do. But no, they screwed themselves over. They shot themselves in the foot, and they killed the line.
I gotta say, I fucking love Angry Bobby. You're the greatest thing that ever happened to YouTube when you turn heel. Stay heel. The heel gimmick is working for you in spades. I gotta say, I didn't expect to have 125 people watching this soon before we even got to classified. Thank you so much. Kind of an impromptu Tuesday night stream. Who the fuck needs guests when you got this guy? And I'm okay. But you got this guy with me.
I need a belt.
We're gonna talk.
I need a championship belt. I need a championship
exactly.
belt.
You gotta start bringing the champions here. Look, we're gonna talk about we're gonna wrap up GIJoe June because today's July 1st. We're gonna talk about the Snowcat and we're gonna move on to Comic-Con. That's gonna be our show for the rest of the day. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Some last minute notes here on mask. And yeah, if you're new to the channel and you're checking us out for the first time because you saw some of the videos I did and stuff, please like and subscribe. And yeah, just hit the like button, man. And check it out. So this is the MDU that's regular. See, it looks the same, but I guess the other one is gonna have a different purple. And this one has the upgraded sculpting, rubber tires, authentic decals, 125. And like you said, the other one is 50 more bucks for a kid and his fucking robot. But then I think the Rhino definitely has more details on it. As of now, it doesn't look that much different.
No, I can't see a goddamn thing. And like I gotta give Falafel love right here. Bobby cutting promos. Hell yes. Hell yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Hit the like. That's it. Just hit the like, and we'll have a lot more views. I appreciate that. All right. Should we get into the other vehicles now?
Let's do it. Right? Let's get into the vehicles that are worth the price.
Oh shit. All right. Look, some shout outs to I won't get rid of this, but you just like the show. Toy Optics was first. Sorry, the rest of YouTube. I haven't really seen any other big name YouTube people review this yet. Toy Optics is the king of fucking HasLabs. I think he was the first to review the Dragonfly, and he's the first to review the Rattler. So congratulations on that. He did a little extra video too, which is also doing very well. He had some other, he had to work the next day. Congratulations on getting some work, Hollywood cameraman. Appreciate that too. But yeah, go subscribe to Toy Optics. and check out his other videos. And this is just a beautiful picture I wanted to throw in.
Yeah, it's dope as shit.
Yeah, the man has talent, and I'm glad I found him. And unfortunately, he was stolen. Right, he was stolen from a toy kind of mood, and we'll never ever see him on the show again. I'm kidding. No, I love Spec, and I actually wanted to the dude's been streaming and working and shooting videos. You got to give him a break. Hopefully, we'll see him next week. But yeah, great shit.
He is busting
Some
his ass.
bozo named Travis did this, but he couldn't do it without David. So I appreciate that. He loaned me 3 of the figures. I drove 45 minutes, picked these up, went home, recorded it, went to bed, woke up, drove back 45 minutes, brought him back so he could shoot his photography. But yeah, I appreciate anybody who's checking out the review. I haven't seen anybody really review the figures yet either. I'm kind of surprised that these aren't like killing it on YouTube. But yeah, go check it out. I had a good time ranking and reviewing these figures, and a lot of fun deep diving into each 3. And is just a look at the boxes. So you didn't back the Rattler, but you did back the Snowcat, and we'll talk about the Snowcat in a little while.
You are
right?
correct, sir. Hey, real quick, Chris got back to us. He says, "Sorry guys, I'm away from my computer. I wasn't able to pre-order the Snowcat despite trying on desktop, laptop, phone, 2 credit cards, and clearing my cache." Hey, Jesus Christ, man! Did you try carrier pigeon?
That might work. What's his name? Raptors lieutenant. The fuck's that pigeon's name? I forgot now. Someone help me. It's like right there. I can't say it. What's his pigeon's name? Somebody in the chat say it. Hey, that looks familiar. Yeah, it's your shit, buddy. All right, I want to get into figures, because originally I was gonna have Apathy on and Bobby B, and we have Bobby B. But I was gonna ask like figure of the year, and we'll save that maybe next week. We'll talk about that. But figure of the year and classified, I haven't reviewed Heavy Duty. You have Heavy Duty right next to you. He's definitely in the top 3, right? At least.
Yeah.
We have Crystal Ball getting rave reviews. I think that might be it. But man, Baroness. Oh, I feel bad for those who haven't. I really don't feel bad, but if you didn't back the Rattler, you're missing one of the best figures of the year for classified, because she's a beauty. I mean, look at the screen. You got all these different looks, options. What do you think when you see this new version of Baroness, the pilot version?
Fuck them for putting it in a HasLab.
Exactly.
Right, because like I before I left in Houston, there was a toy shop I'd go to, and they had the Baroness with the motorcycle, one everyone wanted, and I had it in my hands. It was like, I think they had it for like $40, and I was like, oh man, this looks really bad. And yeah, I'm actually really disappointed that they gave such a great figure, which I get it. It's a HasLab. You're paying the money. But I'm like, okay, now you have to give us a new Baroness with this sculpt, just because this looks look at the paint job on the eyes. Like, it's like this is a great figure. The one bottom right, it's like a before and after, right?
Mm-hmm. Got you. Got 17.2. I never watch reviews until I have the product in hand. I kind of do the same thing. I had a conversation with Shark Eyes Toys that said, if you like what we do, put it on in the background. Don't watch it. Just let it play and hit the like button. No. I appreciate it. General Ledger. Yes. General Ledger's Raptors pigeon. Appreciate you guys. What about us poor people who can't afford a HasLab? Do you hate poor people, Travis? No. No, we will be getting. Now, here's the thing. I talked to Lenny. I messaged Lenny about this, and I said, I'm really, really, really curious why you created another new buck of Baroness when we already just did in the Red Crimson. Now, it did use some of the pieces from the classified and retro Baroness, but it was pretty much a new Baroness. And now we have an all new Baroness that reminds me of Black Widow from Marvel Legends. And I'm just like, why did they go with this buck? Future proofing, right? But I said, I am going to save your answers for Comic-Con, Lenny, because I need to know then. It baffles my mind that they threw in a named character and gave her an all new buck in a HasLab. I think it's tremendous, but there's got to be a reason, right, Bobby? We're going to get more Baronesses with
100%.
the same face sculpt, same buck, just repaint. And
Yeah, it's
I
like
think it's going to
what?
be right there.
Yeah, it's like when we got the Glinda. Was it Glinda in the Dragonfly? And then they use that whole buck for the new Scarlet.
Glenda and Scarlet,
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
You nailed it. Yep, you nailed it. Yep, exactly. Jelly Jam supports your
Yep.
census.
There you
So,
go.
yeah, check this out. We have perhaps future proofing for Lady Doomsday Baroness from the Marvel comic, or a lot of people think it's the Mass Device Baroness, and she could use it's like a thinner, better, like articulated buck to fit swimming poses because she could be the scuba diving Mass Device with the red, almost like a red ninja suit, but a scuba
Yeah.
diving suit, Baroness. So those are two possibilities. Chops.
Thanks, Chops.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Or honestly, I mean, this isn't outside of the realm because it would be next year, and next year we don't, who knows what we're gonna get. But I could see an Energon GIJoe version of Baroness.
100%. 100%. Nailed it. Maybe with some of the Crimson, not Crimson, but Battle Armor Cobra Commander pieces to make it Energon.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah. Tony Tron wants
Baroness.
Baroness.
Yeah, they've got those pieces.
Zoran the Barbarian. I'm not a plastic lover, but I'll mount this Baroness. Well, better than most of us are doing. Baroness and Wow Weasel are the reasons why the Rattler HasLab is so good. The plane is neat, just the damn big. I need a wall. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my wall. So let's talk about Wow Weasel.
Yeah.
You got the Scarface, but what really made this character an excellent one was the visor with the ripped off, jagged edges. And then I complimented Tony the painter at HasLab about the subtleness of the battle damage on the helmet and the visor.
I mean, Tony does a great job with all that. I mean, him and Lenny's pairing is just kismet. It is great, right? Um, there's nothing I can say. I don't think I've ever personally. I don't think I've ever seen a badly painted Joe. No, the first Falcon was garbage. Yes, and they've all acknowledged that. Outside of that, still great. Like, still looks good. Like, everything we've gotten is amazing. Like this freaking heavy duty, like it's got battle damage on it and it looks legit.
And then this is the gunner, two different faces. My only complaint was instead of fucking patches, we could have got another body, so I could have used both gunners. But that's okay. The patches were fun, and we used it as a.
You don't need no stinking patches.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's just a look at that. I love the mask with the lime green visor.
Yes, that looks dope.
Yeah. So, but they did an excellent job. Three, I wish we got four figures, but the Rattler feels like it's a super value with how big it is and the characters we got. Cool.
Massive.
And we'll talk about the other HasLab in a bit.
Yes.
130 people, guys. If you want to just that would be great. Cool. So Yojo June was all doom and gloom for like a little bit. No, Joe June was really fun. Marvel Legends June, they kind of got overshadowed for a little bit. Question of the day to you in the chat: did the twin HasLab killing save Yojo June?
Ooh.
So did the back-to-back, the video for the Rattler unboxing, they were both went over an hour long. You had a Rattler unboxing. All four of us on the show last week gave it 5 out of 5. Then this week we had a Snowcat, which it's doing fairly well, and people seem into it for the most part. There's some negative naysayers, and I am listening, and I get it. But do you think the Rattler is saving the gloom of Yojo June? The Rattler and
that is a
Snowcat.
great question.
I want to answer this while you think about that. 19 Jace, how much do you think you'll have to pay for a second Weasel? So you did back it. So not Lady. Baroness is selling for 125 plus on Macari. I don't see Weasel on there yet, but man, I don't think it'll be 125, but
Yeah.
it could be over $100.
I'm with what Ryan said here, right? He spent 500 on June. It wasn't bad for him. I think this June was seriously, like in the eye of the beholder, right? Like, I think if you were like all for that Rattler, if you were all for the Snowcat, if you were that first week,
Yeah, we got
don't.
pre-orders even in the second week, even when shit got canceled because of the 5.0.
Yeah,
For that segue, because of those 5.0, we still got pre-orders that week. Now we didn't get the greatest figure in all time in classified. No kidding, but like this figure is amazing, and we did not get it. Do you think will this ever see the light of day? I haven't heard too much in LA. I live in LA. I haven't heard about riots. I do hear about ICE going to gas stations and going to places to
yeah, and kidnapping
pick people
people.
up in the vans, and it's getting
Yeah,
weird. It's not in the news anymore. Ever since Iran got bombed, we haven't heard about ICE in LA. No.
shocking. But people keep reading the news. Look, was this the worst GIJoe? No, I think this kind of blew things out of proportion. Like, oh, we didn't get a week. I'm like, calm down. They had to, justify. Was it the best ever? No. Was it the worst ever? No. I think Just Jeff is right here. It was fine. It was like someone said at 3.5. Yeah. It was. I'd give.
I mean, we've never gotten. Listen, last GIJoe June, we didn't even get a HasLab.
No.
We got
No.
So technically, the Rattler was a Comic-Con announcement, but we got the unboxing, and some people got it delivered in June, and then
Yeah.
they got to back another one the next week or the same week that they're getting theirs.
Yeah.
Like, that seems to be an improvement over a year ago when we didn't even get a HasLab.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this.
We got a vamp or a stinger.
I mean, and look, he said it wasn't a homer, but a double. Like, look, I'm gonna give it a Pinta. Sierra, I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was fun. It was good. The Rattler unboxing, I actually watched them unbox it. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I watched the Snowcat. I'm like, okay, these are fun. The first week, here's the thing. Here's what sucked with that first week. Was because of all the leaks, nothing was new. Like, we all knew what was coming.
100%.
If we didn't have those leaks, we would be like, holy shit, this is amazing. Oh my God. What? So
Look at what Baldy said. They only postponed
Yeah.
one stream, and now it's made the police figure the most wanted without a stream. You're not lying. Like, this is insane. I mean, because people that collect Marvel Legends and other lines want this. They don't even care about Joe, and they're like, we need this guy. Okay, let's get to some comments before we move on. Sounds good. I'm just
Cool.
replying to your private message. Sounds good. That's my answer. That was my idea anyway. Okay, 3.5. We haven't reviewed GIJoe June yet because we still got to review the week of the Snowcat. I think a lot of the disappointment would have been mitigated if they had communicated. It was the communication, yeah. And even Diagnostic 80, who, like, we all make fun of it. It's like a shill kind of mood and all that. Like, even he was like, dude, the communication was bad. And that's coming from full force. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Steve Martin, if they start the Energon universe, do you guys think we'll get a different Mercer? I'll answer this one. I don't think they like to do, unless you're Flint, they don't like to do back-to-back figures too much. I'm sure there are other examples of it, but they would need all new tooling, because you couldn't, unless you could, he feels like he's too big for even Roadblock, or could you use Roadblock or Sergeant Slaughter's? Those are outdated bucks as well. Maybe heavy duty is not tall enough, right? So I feel like they would have to come up with a new buck for Mercer. I don't know. You guys tell me about it. It just feels like, I think he would be in the second wave. I think we talked about this with KJ a couple weeks ago, and I think our picks were Duke, Cobra Commander, Baroness, and Chameleon. I think those were the prime 4. We said maybe 2 packs. Mercer down the line. I don't think it'd be right away.
I don't think it'll be right away, but I'd say, let's see, 2027. I'd say in 2 years, I think we'll start getting that Energon universe, um, those figures.
All right. Flaffle says no. I would like to see a couple name. So it wasn't good enough. He's saying I would like to see a couple name reveals or renders here and there on social media throughout the weeks. Larry Hama should do a yearly figure that he picks to come to classified. That would be great. I don't know. They don't work close enough with Larry, which is a damn shame. Hey, we got someone else. We have another special guest on the show. Don't worry, it's an inside joke, but he already left because I said special guest. He already bounced. He didn't like the joke. All right, very technical difficulties. All right. Oh, Nemesis Enforcer's buck for Mercer. Okay.
Yeah, because like when you read the books,
All
like,
right, that's fair.
When you read the comics, like Mercer, and that's what threw me off so much was the fact that like I see the figure, I'm like, what is this?
Heavy duty feels too small. The I know it says the Slaughter buck, but now I would want Mercer bigger than Slaughter.
Yeah, I want the comic book Mercer. I want that like giant freaking
I just think it's gonna take time. Hey, Tony's Figs, everybody. What's up, man? Good to see you. I love the Latino World Order shirt, bro. Represent. We already went over our WWE segment. We talked about Eddie Guerrero. We already went over Eddie, man.
I was sporting this to Joe Fest, dude, like crazy.
Lie, cheat, and steal. How you doing, man? You all right?
Oh man, I'm hanging in there, man. I just had to take a break and say, hey, I'm gonna hang out with my boys for a while and see what's going on. And damn, man, you guys are holding it down. You're kicking ass over here.
We're not doing too bad. It's all on Bobby, man. It would have been a nightmare if he didn't come on tonight. Super chat, Shelf Presence. Thank you so much. Thanks for your enthusiasm tonight. I can't throw every comment up, but you're killing it.
Yeah.
2027 HasLab Energon Burst Classified Hound with Clutch. Oh, okay.
You know what? Lance and I actually had this very idea that we want Transformers like more Energon stuff. I'm like, oh, if you had Vamp, the Transformer with Clutch, done.
I would just make this a comic. I wouldn't do a HasLab. I would just make it a Comic-Con exclusive or something like that.
Oh,
100%.
And I would 100% come back
because that's they're gonna do a TV show and all that stuff.
Yep. They're starting with Void Rivals, but yeah.
And we got a lot of love for Tony in the chat. It's been a minute since we had Tony on, and nice to have him on. So we're just gonna wrap up GIJoe June, and I just wanted to go over some of the highlights. Not going to go over everything because every week we talk about it, but these are some of my favorites. I think we talked about Baroness, we talked about Heavy Duty, talked about Crystal Ball. Xandar deserves an honorable mention. Dial Tony deserves an honorable mention, right? Tony, I don't know if I asked you this on a prior episode, but do you think Budo has a potential classified of the year written on him?
Yes. Oh yes, man, definitely. I think so. He looks, despite what people say. I mean, about how Mattson says his swords are on the wrong side. I get it, but look, I mean, you're getting like, how many potential figures are you getting with this thing? You can make your own samurai. You can make samurai guards. You can have Budo in, with either head sculpt look and stuff. Dude, it's just fun. It's cool as hell. I mean, it's crazy. We got a freaking samurai, a tactical looking samurai. It's GIJoe at its core, bro. Fun.
For sure. Chaz, should we just do Tuesdays from now on this tonight? So
wow.
Chaz, the guru in the house. Yeah, we got a hot show tonight. And I like this Energon Cliff Jumper and Carly is fun. Now, Nightmares, I see your comment. We're gonna get there. I saved it. If you guys mention anything Snowcat related, I'll save it because we're just gonna wrap up the first couple weeks of GIJoe June. This was another highlight. Bobby, we talked about the taller Mercer, but do you think this was a strong showing for GIJoe June or what? Mixed on it, huh? Heel Bobby is the greatest.
I understand why they went with 5-foot Mercer. I get it, right? It's more comic accurate. I get it. Or he's 6 foot and Slaughter's 6'5". I don't know, right? Like it's like, okay, give me some scaling here. But you know what irks me about this Mercer? The figure looks dope, right? But like depending on how tall he's supposed to be, it's almost like, hey, whose kid is this, right? Like, are you in high school? Like,
It's just
what
because
year
he's
are
next
you?
to Sarge. And I
Right?
think the whole point of this was to mix and match with the other Vipers. I think that with the helmet and stuff. So I
Yeah,
think that was what they were doing.
and I get that, and
Yeah.
it looks like what annoys me is it looks great. Like he looks like a great figure, but that slaughter is like towering over him. It's like it it looks like the scaling is off, and it's almost like a McFarlane problem. Like, all right, well, what is
Really?
happening for me right now?
Oh,
If like if Tony, you get this, and you're like, hey, this is exactly the right height, and I don't have to like break his legs and like stick
King
uh
A killed it. It's almost like a woman height shaming Mercer.
and you know what? Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. We stand short kings. We do. Okay, I get it. However, when I'm reading a comic book and Mercer's like 6'8" and a fucking beast, and I get this, I'm like,
Right.
wait a
But this
minute.
is based on,
I know, but
Renegade's
here's the
toy.
thing: is like
Yeah.
when I was dating, and I'm like, oh, she looks cute. She's behind two friends, but we don't know. She might be cute. We'll see. And then you go meet her, and you're like, okay, I can see why you were hiding behind two friends. Okay, I get it. Here's your
Oh,
plate of
Bobby.
buffalo wings. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's okay.
Unbelievable. All right.
You know what? Hey,
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
you wanted heel Bobby. You're getting heel Bobby.
Oh,
Okay, so when we
Mercer
get
is
this one,
fine.
when we
oh,
get
Chaz the Guru. Mercer is part of the new 5-inch line. Oh my God.
so
It's
like,
just he's
but
on the heavy duty buck, right? Sarge is on heavy duty's buck.
right. So look, I'm gonna say we welcome you, right? Like like oompa loompa
And
loompa dee
I,
dee.
I think here's the thing. Here's the comment. This should have been a 3-pack with Red Dog and Taurus. That's the thing.
ooh,
But it's easier to sell a Mercer to a casual when Slaughter's in there because they're gonna buy it and go, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, and they're gonna use him as a custom, or they're gonna sell him, or they're gonna use a background character, and they're gonna buy it for Sergeant Slaughter, and Slaughter
Right.
has that deal. Got to come out the figures, and you guys are killing it right now, like in the chat with this
Look,
height shaming shit.
Toy Bounty Hunter's right
Yeah.
here, right? Like
Yeah.
if all the Vipers were like the Energon Universe Mercer size, yeah, the GIJoes would be fucked, right? They'd be screwed. And I get it. I get it. Mercer is average. My
Yeah.
issue was, and this is because, and Tony, you were making that statement, comment, and I get it. It's based off the cartoon. I'm reading the comic book. The comic book Mercer is much bigger. So when I do go, oh, we're getting Mercer, cool. This guy's gonna be massive. I'm gonna get like a deluxe figure, and then you get Tom Cruise, and you're like, okay.
you get a Tom Cruise reaker.
I mean, look.
That was a long way of saying you're not buying this.
Yeah, I'm not.
That was great entertainment. But we got to move on. We got a lot more to talk about. 1 hour into the show, we're still wrapping up the other week. So, Ostriker was the other big one. Tony, you're not known for too much vehicle stuff, but did you pre-order this, and are you excited to mess around with it? And hopefully, Gridiron has attachments for it, right?
That's exactly what you said, bro. He's gonna make some stuff for this. Mark is in Gridiron. So yeah, I ordered it. It's GIJoe. It's official Hasbro. I already got the Hound, and I tricked it out with Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs water slides, hooked it up. It's badass, but I'm still getting this one. I mean, no Hasbro shill or Hasbro or whatever the hell people talk shit about. It's just it's official. It's fun. I want he's gonna make stuff to make this thing better. It's just a lot of stuff you can mess around with it. You don't have to have it just like this. You know what I mean? I mean everybody says, even I had said it reminded me of RC from Toy Story when you put it up against the Hound and everything, but it's still the Hasbro offering, and I like their stuff. So it would and how I'm gonna mess with it, it's just gonna be fun just to add it to the collection. No big deal.
We have a question from Flaffle. Do you think they design crankcase better than Frostbite? I'll stick with you,
No.
Tony, on this accessories and stuff.
Well, I made a custom Frostbite, and I don't mind how they made him look. They made him look really good. I would have preferred the lighter fur and no brown on the guy, but you know, it's classified. Let him change it up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it was the dark part of the polar bear he cut off to put on his shoulders. I don't know. The polar bear's taint was brown. I don't know, and he's using that.
It was the chud.
Well,
You know,
Snow Job
but,
also had the brown too. Remember that Snow Job has the brown that he didn't really have in the retro as well, right? Doesn't he have some
oh
brown on
no,
there?
he was all white. I have him all
He's
white.
all
but,
white.
Yeah.
No, on the
He
classified.
looks good. I mean, no,
There's
classified's
something
all
on.
white. I'm staring at him right now.
There's something about him that's different. Black. It's the blacks, not the brown. Sorry, the
Oh
they
yeah,
added black.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Snow Job had black equipment and gear. Now
Yes.
he's got classified the brown. So what, you know? But this one, yeah,
No,
I'd rather have him, you know, how he looks more on the right. But I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, what
It looks
is
cool.
brown?
I'm glad they gave him the
That's
M16 with the Starlight scope.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The
Cool.
weapon.
I am with Tony on this. I think it looks great. I would have preferred the white.
Oh, on Frostbite. We'll get back to Frostbite. That was more of a crankcase versus Frostbite question. But
I have something to say about Crankcase too.
Cool. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Talk about Crankcase.
Oh, well,
now, 'cause we're
with
moving on.
Crankcase, they made him look good. He looks good. I made my own custom of him, but I'm used to him having it's just a nitpick. Just the green sleeves. He didn't have, you know, he's got a tan shirt under there. Mine, you know, the original had green sleeves, and I made my own just like this. I went off Hasbro's offering when they showed this a long time ago, and I made mine to look just like it. But I was looking at it, I'm like, he needs the green top. He had like a green sweater vest type thing with short sleeves. And to me, it just looked better. But this is another version, or you can make another dude. And I really like the way his little accessories with his mask and his goggles and his cap and his all that extra. That's just cool stuff for photography.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, agreed. My guy, GIJoe Now Forever. Can't wait for the next series. Hopefully you guys were checking that out. The Most Wanted Classified series. Awesome, fun videos. He puts them together. I do the voiceovers. I add some editing flavor to it. So appreciate it. He says, "What's up, fellas? My faves are on tonight." Oh, you mean the guys that are not the Circle of Jerks? I had to mess around with Baldy and Spec. But hopefully we'll get them back. They took the month off because they went streaming every day. All right, here's more Crankcase, and here's a better look at all those accessories. I forgot I had the slide, Tony. Here's all the stuff he comes with. He does come with a lot more than Frostbite, but Frostbite has 2 face sculpts. I think that's the payoff, right?
Oh, he does. Okay. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. See right here. We got the 2 face sculpts.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his
one. Yep.
Yeah, he's got his beanie and comms. Yeah.
Yep.
I would have preferred. This is cool. He's even got like a motocross helmet, just like you know, that's pretty dope.
Like the ferret driver. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. All right. And we got last one for Yojo June, because this was kind of like a that when they talked about the Energon universe and there was nothing for classified, they filled it with this.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, we were talking about it with Mark and Ruben on, and you know, I think he's got the Digicam pants all the way around. It's not I don't think they do it for just the front for Beachhead, but damn, it's like Beachhead.
A lot of design on one.
It's a lot of it's kind of an eyesore. It's kind of like just go with it all over, but I don't know. I didn't get his Night Force. You know, I was out of Joe when it came out. Was his original like that? It had to be, right?
It was, but I'm not sure. We're keeping Bobby up, so we got to move on.
Yeah.
Bobby, do you have any affinity for this project, or are you skipping the Night Force 2-pack here?
I'm skipping the Night Force 2-pack. It looks cool. I would get this for all the weapons and just put him with my other. Yeah, he does look like Billy from Predator. It looks. I mean, they look great. But I'll pass.
Cool. All right, so that wraps up Yojo June on that, and so that's what we got so far. But we had the last part of GIJoe June because there was one more day. They decided to not go tomorrow, and they went on a Monday, the last day of the month. So here it is, GIJoe June, the HasLab, and I think we got a lot. Tony, did you back it?
Not yet. I haven't backed it. I was debating. We guys talking about Mask earlier. I was, you read my comment. Nostalgia got me on that one, and it's insane. I know, but like I told you guys, I can cancel if I want.
Yeah.
But this is looking more and more like I'm going to back this because it's awesome. I didn't get Gridiron's their Arctic Hound and all the stuff that goes with it. Just want to be different. I'm good with the Jungle Hound that they gave us, what Mark gave us. But yeah, this is fun, and it looks small, but when they put it up against the Hiss and everything, the shit is big, dude.
Beefy.
This thing is big. Yeah, dude. Todd C. Mask was my jam back in the day. But this is it looks good for what they're doing. I kind of see where they might have took hints from somebody else that done it already. Campfire, Bivouac. But go ahead, Lenny and Tony, go for it. I mean, it's fun, dude. It's they got the snow skis in the racks. It was kind of a sweet move to put them, hidden in those racks right there on the right. So, but yeah, I figure I never really had a snow vehicle when I was growing up and a kid, so I might back this because I've already made a Frostbite. I've got Snow Job, and the Lady J and Duke are pretty cool. Yes, would I've wanted a Quinn? Would I've wanted a Arctic?
Right, and we'll get into that. We got all the slides, and we got the possibilities of who it could have been.
Yeah.
We'll just talk about the cat for now. It's more about they are, and Bobby, you need an energy drink or something, buddy. They you got to remember the name cat stands for Combat All Terrain. You guys are in the fucking desert. I'm just basically in the desert, in the valley here.
I'm in the desert.
We're all desert boys.
Yeah.
And I'm saying in the comments, I'm saying I don't have any snow in my yard, so I'm not backing this. So you're telling me
do you fly a
in Canada and out in Alberta, Canada, right, shouldn't buy a desert snake eyes because they live in the freaking 40-degree snow weather. It's the most ridiculous thing. And they made jokes about it at Circle of Jerks yesterday. I think Punk was like, well, I don't have my pilot's license. I better sell my Dragonfly, a rat and Rattler, right?
That is the dumbest.
I never grew up with snow. And Tony, you said you didn't have a kid. I grew up in New England. There's snow outside every day except 3 months, right? Or 4 months out of the year. And I didn't have a snow cat as a kid. It just was, went with whatever was the coolest. And this was already kind of pre my time. So I didn't get the snow cat as a kid, but I want it now.
Me neither. Yeah.
And
I will now. I probably will now.
I've only seen hail. And that was the one day I reviewed Quick Kick. And I reviewed Quick Kick outside in the snow, in the hail against Storm Shadow.
I remember that, yeah.
No one cared. Nobody watched it. But anyway, Bobby, you're not in the snow anymore. You went from Texas to New Mexico. Does that even fucking matter to you? Or
actually,
actually,
we get snow. Like when I moved here in April, we had like a few days of snow. It was really, really weird.
In Houston.
Houston, no, we never got snow. Well, we did. We used to get snow.
Humid ass Houston.
And now it's Houston, so now we don't have any. Now they don't get any. And look, this. I like what Toy. My first Joe vehicle was a Cobra Mora. I'm in New Mexico. Ain't no goddamn water. I made it work. Like you just get the fact.
I have a pool.
The fact that someone goes, I don't live by snow, so I can't buy this toy. It is so
ridiculous.
Mind-boggling.
You shouldn't buy if you're not into martial arts. If you're not a trained martial arts, you should not buy Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
Don't watch martial arts movies.
I'm not a mutant. I shouldn't have this. Like this.
If you're not a mutant, you should sell all your X-Men, you anti-mutie. Let's talk about the size, right? Another massive HasLab. If you guys are both eventually probably I think we're all in, right? So we're all gonna get it. I'm looking behind me and I'm like, my shit's gonna be wired to the wall because
I
I'm
got
gonna
no fucking
seriously
room,
get a
but I'll
shelf,
make room.
wire it to the wall because there's no shelf room. It's going on the wall.
You'll see Travis's snowcat just like climbing the walls.
It'll hit him
I'm
in the
talking
head
about
like
the
that GI
Rattler.
Joe
The
poster from way
Rattler's
back.
going on the wall. This is gonna have to go below it. So, where are you gonna put this in the Rattler or just this? None of you guys are doing the Rattler though, right? You two?
No, sadly, no.
I didn't get it. If I'm lucky and find it with somebody has an extra one, maybe, but I'm not. Really.
Okay, yeah, I still waiting for mine. But yeah, the Snowcat. Do you have room for it? Are you gonna make room?
Do I have room? God, no. Am I gonna make room? Yes.
Oh, I love this one. I'm not a gynecologist, so I skipped. It's hilarious.
I'm an EMT. I'm not getting a cop.
EMT is only, God damn it. What?
Yeah. Yeah, they should probably, we talked about it, right? The Jeremy Kimblin's been talking about it in the comments too, is like the proton pack. A couple weeks ago, we mentioned that it just got re-released, wasn't a HasLab. So, but we'll definitely talk. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about it now.
Wait, do we even bust ghosts? Can we get it? Can we get the proton pack? I don't.
Oh, we can't. I haven't seen any ghosts. Have you, Bobby? I haven't. I can't get that.
Oh, well. I said, 150 people watching. I'm going to go to the good stuff. Well, we'll come back to the Snowcat. But look,
Hit that like button.
Cobra Commander talked to Destro and said, we need to paint our Rattler white and our Hiss tank white and all this shit. So in the video, and then Emily talked about white hisses. Do you see these vehicles coming back? Maybe not the Rattler, right? But this and some of the the Snowcat coming out as a Tiger Fly. Do you see this happening now that they're putting so much money into this stuff, reusing the mold? I'll go to you, Bob.
I mean, I think they do this. It wouldn't be with all the bells and whistles. It wouldn't be like LED lights. I think it's you're going to get just the vehicle. But I mean,
like a hunter.
He brings a girl home. Would you like to see my catch of the day? Look at this. This is what you cost me for 3 dates. Beautiful. I'm kind of with Matt here on this. They go this route.
Matty O'Brien.
It's one of those things where if you break it down, if you have like a scaled version of it, don't do all the figures come along with it. You can do a whole wave with it of like snow troopers, different like snow vipers, right? Give a basic Hiss tank like this, yeah, you could easily do an Arctic Hiss. Like I think if you do this at like 125, right, like 100 for the Hiss, 25 for the figure that comes along with it. We don't get the lights, but we get like some missiles. Sold out.
A Arctic Hiss driver literally is a classified Hiss driver with snow serpents fucking headdress on it, right? And maybe just changing you could plop on a snow serpent helmet or something.
Much reuse.
Good combo. Kit Bash the 2, right, Tony?
Yeah, would this look like a Hiss and a Stinger missiles on top?
Yeah.
Good call. That HMS, HMS, or whatever the fuck it was. Cool. All right, so that's a possibility, and we'll get back into the vehicles now. But let's talk about this thing. First sight unseen, Tony. Were you impressed with what they did with the Snowcat?
I am. I like it. I mean, me and Ruben were talking about, look at that bivouac and look at the other stuff, but the Snowcat itself, it's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Is it it's gonna be a dumb question. It's a 2-seater, right? You can fit 2 in there, right?
Yep, in the front.
Okay,
2-seat.
2-seater in there, and then the crew, can move the stuff out of the back and put the guys in there, and it looks cool. I'm digging all the tempos and stuff. It's probably going to come with a million stickers that I'm not going to use, but that's just
actually, yeah, we'll get into one sticker that I think most people are going to use. We'll get to that later. But, also, let me shift to Bobby real quick. Fully working conveyor belt like tread and rocker system, bro. Yes. How do you feel about that?
How else am I supposed to feel about that? It's fucking dope. It was like, how do you feel about your team winning, the World Series? Great. How do you feel about, the Yankees losing to the Bo Sox, Travis? Amazing, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you're giving us this?
Just hitting switches. Hi, it's me. Yes, hit them switches.
Exactly. But so if I when I get this, as I do that, dude, I'm playing Fat Pat, right? Like, fuck it, like, we're going to H Town. I want to make that fucking thing up and down. Like, let's do this.
Frostbite's got more bounce to the ounce playing in there.
I'm doing Topps Drop. Topps Drop.
I'm gonna pull this up.
Anthem. Let's be real
here.
I'm
sorry. Say that again, Bobby. Sorry.
I'm playing Topps Drop while I'm unboxing that, right? Like, I'm playing old school Fat Pat from high school. Let's do this shit.
Now, Flaffle57 says, it's going to be displayed at SDCC with the Snake Eyes Polar Bear. Now, we're going to do a rundown of the characters we should have got. I don't want to do that yet. I want to still get into the cat. But the Battle Bear, that is a great suggestion. And I think it's important. And I'll relay this again when we're done recapping the cat. I really think that time that they have between the Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con, and August 14th, when this ends, they can use that time to sell the shit out of this thing with future products. This is their time to showcase they did not do that with the Dragonfly and the Rattler. And now looking back at it, I don't think they had to, because they're more impressive than a white truck, right? You got their giant jet, you got a giant helicopter, and I think they kind of spoke for themselves. And maybe that's why they were like, we don't really need to use money and tooling to support those HasLabs. But for this, where maybe it didn't fund in the whole day, it's still at like 5,000 to 6,000. They might have to push the agenda a little bit if they want to start reaching those tiers and building out that world that they promised. But before we get to that, let's finish off. Let's dive into what we think about this. Now, Bobby, I'm going to go to you. What do you think of the removable turret here? I think it's the best feature. It's a 360 rotating missile turret because you can turn it into a personnel carrier. But how are you feeling about this?
It's dope. It's great. I think it looks great. I like that they give you the option to either make it a personnel carrier or a turret. It gives you two different vehicles, and I think that's great. I think, again, it also gives the toy photographers like Spec different options to play around with it. It gives us who like to play with this different option of how we're going to display it. Like, are we going to have different guys jumping out of it? I will probably have someone behind it, launching the missiles next to my vamp where everyone's still sleeping on the hood, right? Like, I think this gives you options. If right, options are great, and I think that if the more options for this price, I think it can only be a good thing.
Tony, do you notice this? You're very keen eye to detail. Yeah.
I got the flame coming out the butt first, and then the smoke. There we go. Looks like they fixed it.
They fixed it. Flame. Yeah. How are you feeling about this turret? Are you as impressed with it as mine? Like, to me, this was the coolest thing.
It is. It's cool. It's removable. It rotates up and down everything it needs to do. So it's badass. You can remove it. Troop carrier. It's cool. The best thing of these things, if you make them modular, and you're gonna get people to love them more if you can do a whole hell of a lot more things with it by doing that. Yeah. And then just like who said it? Someone said it in the chat just recently. Yeah, it opens the door for more Arctic Joes. So you're gonna get them. You're gonna get them. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about those Arctic Joes, but being able to turn into an APC is really going to be able to load up all the Arctic team, and you're not going to do that with just Flint, Snow Job, and Frostbite in the front. You're going to need some more Arctic troops. We have these Avalanche, and I love the name Avalanche, right? Because we got a future character in Avalanche. We talked about Battle Force 2000, but these are Do you like the name, Bobby, Snow Pedo or Ski Pedo better? Snow Pedo or Ski Pedo?
I don't like either because honestly, it sounds like a British. It sounds like you're a Brit saying that it's a snow pedophile.
Oh God, come
right?
on.
Like it's a pedo.
Yeah.
I love you guys, dude. I love you guys.
If I had to go with either one, P Diddy, I'm probably gonna go with the Snow Pedo. Right?
Snow pedo.
I'm gonna go Snow Pedo.
Snow
Well,
pedo.
Tony liked the Hasbro. Tony likes Ski Pedo because he said he's a skater or something, or skier. So anyway, there's that. So that's, they come apart. Got the dog bone there. You get the snowboard, and then this is a look Lenny showed of, it's upside down, but you know, he was showing
What
how
the hell?
they
Yeah.
come apart, and you could take those cases right out of the side, and then check that out, Tony. You got the snowboard with the camo underneath.
Whoa, that's dope. It's like who came with that? The Cobra one, Snow Serpent, right?
Snow
Snow
Serpent.
Serpent.
The deluxe Snow Serpent.
Yep.
Yep, yeah, buddy.
All we need now is a Vin Diesel Triple X figure, and boom.
I'll make one.
My man Adam in the chat.
What up, Adam? What's up, brother?
Adam?
You cunt.
Yeah. All right, so we talked about it a few times, and I think we went over these pretty good. But yeah, these are the avalanche shockwave missiles, go out of the turret. They have the right flame effects. This is the compartment. You can see it inside. You can take the compartments off, which is cool for storage. And then you got the deco. So they really are going the 8 mile. But this is really where things get crazy, because now you can really load up the Arctic troop on this one.
Oh yeah. No,
8 to 10 figures. They mentioned that there's pegs on the back of the trunk and on the side too. Pegs so they can stand on there and hold on to the rails with their guns out. And you know, you got all that extra cargo area space too. And the tailgate fits into the loading and goes into that loading ramp, as we could see.
I'm sorry. First off, I like what Adam called you.
Mexican.
Mexican.
I call him a tall cunt.
This
Anyway,
thing comes with everything but actual snow. Well, that's for the after party at Comic-Con.
And it literally comes with the kitchen sink. It comes with everything and the kitchen sink.
We didn't even talk about that. Yeah, that's another thing.
We'll get into that, but let's talk about the APC room. There's the engine details there, and they said it's unfinished. So a lot of people are like, they didn't paint the rims, and they said, like, you could tell Tony, and not our Tony, but the other Tony didn't he look nervous in that video? Because he was like, I just got back from
his hands were still dirty.
I'm not done yet.
I'm not done.
He was working, and they pulled him out in front of video, and he was not ready. And he was like,
you know what it reminded me of? You know, like when like you're supposed to go like day 2 giving a presentation, and the teacher goes, Tony, can you give your presentation today? And you're like, yeah, fuck. Yeah, so Abraham Lincoln, when he was president, right? Like he gave that like very nervous student. Spec, I already made that joke. You can peg your figures. But it's one of those things where like Tony did look nervous. But like Tony's a professional. He came through like I am still working. Like look. And yeah, I think at Comic-Con, I think we're going to see a lot more detailed version of this of the Snowcat.
They're going to work on it more. I think those seats they said they're not going to look so flat plastic. They're going to have some kind of ribbed seat covering detail, and then you got the rib for pleasure. 9-liter direct injection turbo diesel engines, baby. We just saw F1, and we got some diesel engines here. So pretty insane detail right here for all the photographers, right?
Yeah. No, this is absolutely bonkers. And like I was saying earlier when I was like, you know, ripping on Mask, like look at the detail on this, and don't tell me that, you know, this isn't worth everything. Now, I will say the one thing that I am a little not bummed about per se, but I like that like that white LED light. I
That's
get why
dope.
they're doing the yellow. I get it. That's much more realistic. I get that. But the white is much more sci-fi. That looked dope. And for classified, for me, I'm much more going towards sci-fi. But either way, don't give a shit. It looks amazing.
Yeah, we'll get into the LEDs in a sec. I want to pull up the super chat from Blitz. Thank you so much. A fiver. Anyone as excited as I am to see the diorama SDCC in the official photos? No, you're alone. You're the only one. No
We
one
don't
cares.
care about that.
I don't give a. Just kidding.
Dude, I think the only reason I'm going to Comic-Con is to hang out with Bobby. But the second reason is to see the diorama at Comic-Con of the Snowcat and hopefully the Battle Bear and all the new characters and all this shit. It's going to be amazing. Amazing.
All the shit.
Yep. Snow bunnies indeed. All right. So what do you see here, Tony? What are we looking at? Some panels.
Some panels, some electronicals that need to be, painted up some a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
this
just
is
me.
the digital images. So this is from the actual, I think this is from the actual stream, and then this is the digital renders. So
Yeah, that's cool. I like the detail. I like all the detail. Give me more.
and an hour and 30 minutes into the show, I gotta say we've had we've had over 150 people. I did not expect that tonight. If you're just watching, just thank you so much for joining and hanging out. Love the chat tonight. Just like it. And if you're new, if you've seen new videos, new content, I think, man, I don't know. Maybe after Comic-Con, we're gonna probably be around 8,000 subscribers, guys.
Let's go, man. Hit that like button. Hell yeah.
We're moving. I'm a full-time YouTuber now. I'm like a school teacher with the summer off, man. I'm telling you, I'll work a couple days on movies, but until auto show season starts in October, this is all I got. So I'm gonna be a lot of content coming. Bobby, the real reason you're excited for Comic-Con is to get some decals.
Yay! The decals they all look dope. I'm not gonna joke about it. Look, now if they gave us like patches, I'd be like, really, this is bullshit. But the decals all look dope. I have no idea which one I'm going to use. And it's going to be difficult, but it looks fantastic.
Yeah, and they said some of these decals are going to be for the bottom of the snowpedos, your favorite term. So some of these will fit. They're going to be right to fit. They said that this was not a finished deco, and it's going to be a clear sheet and everything like that. And I want to shout out Bees Battlegrounds. Thanks for not hanging tonight, because if you did, we'd have 100 less followers. So no. I'll cut a promo right now. Right, he was on the Circle of Jerks on Monday. So if you want Bees Battlegrounds thoughts on the Snow Cat, he was on Circle of Jerks, but don't watch it yet. Hang out with us first. When you're done, you'll watch it tonight or tomorrow. Check out, if you missed it, Monday night, Circle of Jerks. They did a show with Bees Battleground. So we'll get them on after Comic-Con or some kind of surprise reveal drop fan stream. We'll get Bees been on twice this year, so we'll get them on soon. Here's your lights, Bobby.
Your lights.
Those look dope. Those look great. I understand them going. I understand that they're doing, the yellow for the more realistic. I understand that. I applaud them. Right. I always applaud them going more realistic because it is cool. I get that. But this looks amazing. This looks like, I'm sorry, if I'm in the middle of the tundra and I see this coming at me, I'm like, oh shit, like aliens. This is great.
I'm with you, but I do like the yellow. Just give it a contrast. Tony, would you agree with the yellow being part of it? Are you cool with the all icy feel here? White.
I'm liking the icy hyper whites, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Fuck yeah, Tony.
Headlights, cat's eyes. Toy Bounty Hunter, love the LEDs and all HasLabs. The Snowcat's my favorite. I gotta say, the Snowcats are pretty great. I love the Dragonfly, the green stuff, and I haven't messed with the Rattlers yet, but yeah, so far the everything's looking pretty good. We got two funny comments I like. Israel, what's up, man? Trevino, no canopy. Someone is freezing their ass off in the back. Flip pulls rank and drives. Love that. And Zoran the Barbarian says, be right back. I gotta go see the bees episode instead. Fuck you guys. Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good comments. No, they won't all be yellow. Just the bottom ones. Yep. Just the fog lights. Yeah.
Which is
Cool.
good because, man, I get that, but
Leave them white.
all white on white. Oh, looks so dope.
Yeah, I agree. I think the yellow will bounce off the white better than white on white. That's just me. I like the contrast.
The white looks blue, so
yeah. Well, the other blue, but the one that's like the regular headlights are just, man. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm digging it.
Cool.
That's cool.
And then go ahead, Tony. Talk about these interiors.
No, the dashboard cluster looks awesome, lit up like that. I like it a lot. You know, you got your red for the hiss, your green for the dragonfly. This just makes sense. It's badass.
And there's the other side, Bobby.
Oh, God, it looks so. That just looks so damn clean.
Well, it's got the whole icy feel, right? The sky.
That's what I'm talking
light
about.
blue, icy,
and
baby.
And like we've said it before with this team, like they know what they're doing. Then they know, you know, that this is how it's gonna this is gonna pop.
He's like the least racist man.
I thought that was me. Oh, there you go.
There's the yellow one. So
there's the yellow light, bitches. Stop crying.
Let's do a contrast. Okay, so see the white bluish ones on the black bumper there on the right side, and then now you go over here and it's yellow. Yeah, I like and then you got yellow on the fog light.
Yeah, both of them look dope. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
the interior light looks nice. That icy blue. Frostbite's like, I'm icy, baby.
Exactly.
Icy. He's ready for freaking CoverGirl to sit right next to him. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and then Emily was like, any operational or aesthetic changes will be upgrades and not downgrades. But that was just, you know, no, I love Emily. I'm just saying it's nice that she's being transparent with the fans because she knows. That's why she don't respond to anybody on social media. She's like,
the fans are gonna if there's one like you showed this, but this didn't happen. Like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
up. I gotta say, Tony, when we get to the render, which we saw already, I get it, but man, seeing the brown on this looks really nice. Look at all the chiseled detail in there. Looks really good.
It does look dope. I think I put a little whitewash on it just like it'd be frosty, like the snow hit him.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Because if he's outside, it wouldn't be solid brown forever.
Yeah, that's true. I like that. And the patch looks nice. I mean, I'm kind of mad there's no patches with this thing. You know, really upset that there's no patches with this thing. Like I almost didn't back it because there was no patches. But
you shut your whore mouth.
The snowcat patch. Tony, the Tampo, the snowcat patch looks really nice. Icy.
Yes, that's icy blue, baby. Snowcat all day.
And then neither one of you have the dragonfly, right?
No.
I do.
Oh, okay. So Tony, I'll go to you. Those doors, I just messed with my dragonfly because I took Wild Bill out the other day for a video, but those are similar to the hiss or the dragonfly. Or the same, the scissor door.
I think these would be more close to the custom canopy on the hiss, because the canopy on the dragonfly, you know, both alternating sides open, you know, like different. Like one's in the back, one's in the front. This one, you know, all three of them open, like more like the hiss. I don't know. Does that make sense? You know.
Yeah. Good question. Good question here, Tony. Do you remember? I think it's molded on.
I think it's molded on, and his alternate head has got the beanie, and I think that's molded on.
Yeah.
I don't think we can just have him without a hat, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But what's crazy? Oh, never mind. I was tripping. The goggles are right there in front of me. That's cool. I like how they're yellow and they're transparent. Look at that.
Yep. Great. Cool. And then there's the sticker. I think most people, I would say it's going to be over 50% of the people are going to be like, fine, I'm using the sticker because look how
it looks so good. It looks good.
How do you not use it?
So good. Oh god, I just know putting this decal on is gonna be my OCD is gonna be
It's
so
gonna be
bad.
fun.
Like, it's like no, like
No
when I
problem for Tony, but for Bobby and I, us normal humans, we're gonna struggle. We're gonna call Tony up. Stick.
no, you know what I do with my Legos is I use tweezers and I'm like okay,
Yeah.
and then
Smart.
and actually what are you doing? I'm like decal labeling.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm putting decals on.
To pull over to AutoZone.
Uh-oh, there goes Bobby.
Yeah, he had enough.
Bobby did a Terry ruin.
Oh my goodness. Now he's back. I think he can. Oh, device not
Irish
connected.
goodbye, Bobby. Can you fly, Bobby?
My bad. I was like cleaning like some like dog hair off my computer and like I went back. I'm like, whoops.
Damn dog hair.
I
Yeah,
know.
cool. And then yeah, I mean, just some things. I don't have pictures of everything, but there's a tow hitch, bully bar, and then you see the manual windshield wiper, and then we love those clear decals for the frosted glass. It's gonna look really good. They mentioned the ladder slide down, and then there's the kitchenette, Tony.
With
There we
ice.
go. It's got some ice in there, man. Hey, I don't care what the fuck people say. This is cool, man. As soon as I saw the little fish and the eggs in the pan and all that, is that a tier with the bivouac or something?
Some of those come with the figures, so like
Okay,
the frying
yeah.
pan,
I think
some of
that's
them come with the bivouac. Some come with. We'll go over. But
yeah. The kitchenette it's dope, man. It's cool. I'm all for it. All those little tidbits.
Some of these are funny comments, man. It's a fancy urinal.
That was good.
It's a good one. All right, let's see this. Another stream mentioned that Tiger Cat with barbecue grill. Oh, there you go. Bazooka grill and meat with the smell of food attracting jungle creatures. We give away a team's position.
Don't
I like
eat the
that.
yellow snow.
That's a good call.
Wise words.
Do you guys like that they're going to more? I think they, and they talked about this being an adventure in a box, and that look, everybody it's a battle. Everything's a battle. Everything's guns and weapons and battle. They wanted some downtime. They wanted to tell, and they have the option of telling stories. And I think they're trying to tell stories with this kind of. As it, do you like that? Some people are really upset by, oh, this is like a Barbie date night set, or yeah, Tony's saying bring it on. Bobby, do you like this change with the kitchen stuff? Do you like that it's not just about blasting cobras away?
To the people who are complaining about the accoutrement that comes with these figures,
Accoutrement.
the food, the coffee mugs,
The fishies.
kindly go fuck yourself. Look at me. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you.
All right, my guy Nightmares Cave says, I love the amount of work went into this. I like the tiers. I'd like to see more Joes outfitted for winter. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some of those that end of the show, baby. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're gonna talk about the future of what we got. And yes, we're gonna go over this too, but we'll just say, the fish came with the bivouac and the sausage and eggs with Flint, as well as the
Make me hungry.
coffee.
Yeah, but no, like Trav, no. All kidding aside, kidding aside, they can go fuck themselves. No, look, the thing is, no, like it gives us something more to play with. Like, yes, more than likely, we don't get on the floor and play with our toys anymore, right? Like that's
right.
We have bigger things to play with, but setting them up, like having a tent,
like having in the urinal,
having them like prank, like you can do so much. Like I love the fact that they come with like coffee mugs. Like I love that, right? Like when I got my vamp, the first thing you did, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have Clutch like relaxing on the hood of the vamp because it's fun.
That's the best photography, right? So Tony, you're deep in the community, and we have a friend here, Spec, who makes photography, and he just made one that was a perfect. I got rid of the slideshow there, but it was Wild Weasel chilling after the plane crashed. Like he's not actually there in a tussle. He's chilling. Like I like the Sergeant Slaughter kicking the Viper that Matt Cohen did, but some of the Clutch hanging out with his vamp, like that was the stuff that sold it for me, was him sleeping with it, you know, like
Yeah.
Muffin Junkyard having their stuff with. He's playing with his dog, doing the
Sure.
sign language
Yeah.
stuff. That's the, you know, feeding his puppy. It's not all about Cobra Commander and Duke punching each other. It's like, okay, how many times are we gonna see that? It's
But,
some of
like,
the more downscale romantic stuff or friendly stuff, family. At the end of the day, GI Joe is a family, right? Just like a toy kind of mood. So even though we fight each other all the time, especially me and KJ, I'm just kidding. But no, it's nice when we can be cool and hang out. And the same thing with the Joes. You know, you gotta have your downtime scenes too.
right.
But
And
yeah.
like someone put it here. Shit. Where did it go? I know it was Dirty Knives. Here we go. This is brings more realism. Missions aren't just fighting. There's a lots and lots of downtime. Like you
The
do
best
have,
military movies, the new one that came out this year was
Warfare?
it was, what was it?
Warfare or no? I haven't seen it.
Warfare, right?
Yeah.
It was getting to know them in their bunker for a long, long time, and then shit hits the fan, and then blah blah blah. But the only reason you care about shitting into the fan, not besides being, you know, if you're patriotic and supporting the troops and everything, right? But it's getting to know the characters, how their personalities in their downtime, how they spend their downtime. Some people are playing with puzzles, some people are whatever, right? So it's all this different stuff, and
Yeah.
that's the stuff that toy photography is magical to me. It's not like explosions and all that. Everybody can do it. It's capturing those subtle moments of,
And look,
you know,
if you don't
serenity.
like all that, if you don't like all that extra stuff, don't fucking use it. Just have your guys with their guns out ready to go. Just display it. Like you don't have to do that. But the fact that, you know, someone said earlier that, you know, that he was upset that they're catering to the toy photographers. I love the fact that they're catering to the toy photographers because you get so much out of it. You get
I didn't
so
have
much.
that.
Yeah, and like Tony, with your, you know, customizing, you can take this and customize even more shit with it. You could even make, like, you know, an angry, like, you know, kitchen nightmare, and you could create like a Chef Ramsay with the food. Like you can do whatever, you can do so much with this. Like the fact that people are just being angry, I think is just people bitching to bitch.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean,
We're not going to bitch about people bitching anymore, so let's move on. We got the size comparisons from the end of the video. Yeah, for those that think, look, it's $25 more than the Hiss. That looks already more than $25 worth right there in that picture alone. And look at that one right there. I mean, that thing is the size of the Stinger and the Hiss combined. So you're getting your money's worth, I think. Just my opinion. And then look at all the stuff you're getting. So at the end of the day, Tony, are we getting enough value for $324.99?
oh man, you know what? I mean, it's big time debatable, but I think so. I can swing that, even though I mean you can say what you want about, you know, the Lady J and the Flint and all that, but
And
you
we'll
know,
get into the figures. We haven't got the figures, but I'm just saying as a whole, like looking at
as
it
a whole
from
thing,
this is all
the
the
whole
stuff
thing,
that
yeah,
keeps
man.
us
Look,
up.
I mean, just look at the layout. Look at the layout. Look at the missiles, the blast
Yeah.
effects, the food, the weapons, the gear, the everything. I mean, yeah, I think so. I think they tried to shove a lot in it for you. Everybody has something else to say. Oh, they should have did this, they should have did that. But okay, hold on, time out. Look what you're getting. Look what they did do. Hey, you know, I mean, yeah, I think it's all there. It's enough to play with, enough to, you know, take photos and mess with instead
Well,
of a badass diorama. Hell yeah.
this speaks volumes because Bobby sold his other HasLabs and didn't back the Rattler, and yet
What?
you're backing this. That says it right there. This is your, I wouldn't say it's your first HasLab classified, but it's going to be the first one that you're going to keep.
Getting to keep, yeah.
So that's
Also,
pretty big.
we don't plan on moving again for a while, so I get to keep this one. Yes.
Cool. I love to hear that. And then I want to see this in the snow. All right, figure time. We already showed this, but we
Yeah,
can go into more detail on Frostbite. I'm going to go to you, Tony, on this one.
Yeah.
Because the other Tony Colello, our friend, said as the line progressed in inkjet printing capabilities improved, him and Lenny got really excited about this. They wanted to do more wacky faces, and I guess they found this grinning Frostbite to be wacky, but I don't know if they meant the actual face he's making, but the fact that they can include the knit hat, the beard, like the headset. I think that's what they meant by wacky, is like, more like complicated, or like, more I don't know what the word is, but there's more that goes into the face sculpt than just say Duke, like a clean cut guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he looks. I mean, you look at the figure on the right, the OG. He's got the same like shit-eating grin. You know what I mean? He's happy to play in the with the guns in the snow. I like his loadout's dope. He always. I love it when they give us the two size different goggles, one for go over the cap, one on his eyes. The knitted cap is a cool touch with the comms. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm really digging that. Hey, they really went off on give him the M16 with the big scope. That's what he came with. The 1911 pistol doesn't have that much of an extended mag. I hate extended mags, but that's cool. I think coffee mug, dude. It's cool. I like it a lot. I'm down for this.
Cool. Yeah,
As
and
someone
I
who-
think
As
go ahead,
someone,
Bobby.
as someone who chugs a lot of coffee during the day, which is why I'm kind of tired at night, I love the coffee mug. Like if I'm doing it, like when we went from Houston to here, you think I drink anything other than coffee? No.
I'm gonna put little sticker decals on that coffee mug.
Fuck yes. Put
All right.
a little GIJoe sticker on it.
Hell yeah.
A little Hello Kitty.
And there's a
Half
close
the
up
battle and the other half is explosions.
And yeah, for those who want like the frosted white, there's a reason this is called the classified line and not the real American Hero line, right? It's a different line. It pays
Yeti.
homage to the O-rings, pays homage to Sunbow, pays homage to Real American Hero comic books and animated series. So there's a difference, and they try to make sure it's as close as what we had to as a kid, but it's still classified. It's classified up, and I think they did just enough. They didn't go overboard. They made, the picture on the head, on the right looks like a guy that could fit right in a Call of Duty game, right? And realistic guns, right? That was at a Colt, looking good. So they got a good handgun, good M16. So good visors, translucent. So overall, good figure. And there's a look at the figure in hand. Painted prototype. I like the frosted gray boots and gloves. That's a really nice contrast.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, he still look real good with Snow Job,
Yeah, I think they complement each other perfectly.
Yeah.
All right, this is why we're here, right? Talk about the stretch goal tiers and the figures. Arctic Lady J, Bobby, totally inspired by Sunbow, Real American Hero animated series of her in the winter gear.
It looks fantastic. And again, she has a little Starbucks cup. I love it. Like, I love everything it comes with. I'm a little shocked that they didn't go like, the all white again, but screw it. Yeah, this is the best Lady J head sculpt.
100%. Yeah.
And I just saw Specs comment. Yeah, again, she comes with a bunch of stuff, and it's all great. Like she comes with she has her spears. Boom, she has her headset. That's great, and I do love the fact that like Lenny said, the beanies tell a story, right? Like when they have the beanies on, they don't look happy, so they look like they just woke up. That's perfect.
Also, that's a great call because I totally didn't have that in notes, forgot that in the stream. Nice one. But I was going to say, this is kind of the Falcon situation where that face sculpt was so bad. We got a million memes from Guru, still making memes about that face sculpt to this day. But the Lady J face was the retro one was a little better. They applied some makeup on it to make it not so Chris Kattan. But this is 1,000% Lady J that you remember. But here's the good thing. You can use the beanie one for this and take this head sculpt and throw it on your retro and done. And we're still going to they made this face sculpt, so we're still going to get another form of Lady J down the line, maybe another carded one, maybe, they probably won't redo the retro, but maybe, whatever, Night Force, Tiger Force, whatever. They'll give us another, this won't be the last Lady J because this is behind a $325 paywall. So I'm sure we'll get another Lady J, but it's nice to have those extra head sculpts because you can use it. You could put Frostbite's head sculpt on Snow Job if they get a retro. So there's just options, right? There's options to have with this. Tony, I'm going to go with you on what you see here.
Oh man, it's big time options. Like you just said, head swaps. I mean, you could put, hopefully with the ball joint. I mean, I can flub, putting CoverGirl's head on this, Scarlett's head on this. Like you said, you could put the mean looking one, which is badass. Now that I see it up close and personal, Lady J with the knitted cap and the comms, and put the other one on the classified one, the other one we got, the earlier one. So but she looks really good. She's got that that right eyebrow going up. Her little cup of coffee looks cool. I thought weren't they drinking coffee in the cartoon? Didn't they have them in their hands? I can't remember.
Maybe.
But yeah, dude. I mean, this is how you do if you're gonna lock this. These are the kinds of figures or variants you put with a HasLab. Everybody said behind the HasLab, locked behind the HasLab. I mean, what I want. Iceberg, Blizzard, Sub-Zero behind. No, they're good on their own. These variants, snow-dressed characters are excellent for this kind of thing. I think that's cool.
And that's a great point. Is like these are figures that we don't need them. We would like them.
It's like something like a con exclusive. Hey, it's with the
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did her quiver right with javelins? Hell yeah. Auger is badass.
Yep.
It's crazy. Go
Nailed
fishing.
it.
That's dope, dude.
100%. And yeah, just again on the face sculpt, they mentioned going OG 80s glam. So they wanted to really capture. They're cutting into Sunbow a lot. I think originally they were like classified as a Call of Duty upgrade of a Real American Hero figures, and now they're like, but people are asking for Sunbow. We're not going to make a Sunbow wave. We're not going to make a Sunbow line. We're just going to incorporate bits and pieces of Sunbow into classified. Yeah. So classified is an amalgamation of everything. So now we're getting more Sunbow stuff, which has been highly requested. And if you don't like it, they give you the Call of Duty shit. The girl with the beanie, that don't look like Sunbow. The other girl does. So now you got both, right? So I think they're listening to the fans and giving a little bit of everything for that. But this is a knockout. This sold everything for me, right? I mean, I was sold on the Snowcat, but the rest of the tiers didn't matter. I got this and I was like, we needed this, Lady J. And then that's just an in-hand great resin.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's real good. I like how they're delving into Sunbow. You got some Sunbow, you got some comic, so it looks,
and they did mention accessory packs. Good call, Doc Avenger. They said, we were inspired, and that's part of the next tier, which we got here. It's the Bivouac Battle Station, of course. Shout out to Gridiron, right?
Yeah, big time shout out, big time.
Yeah, his first crowdfund he did on the help me with the missile, the long rocket system there. Sorry, the World War One.
Law rocket.
I'm losing my what was this big crowdfund? I have it with the cannon, the giant cannon.
The howitzer. Howitzer.
Yeah, there you go. Losing my mind tonight. Thank you, Spec.
Spec got it.
So the howitzer came with a lot of this stuff, right? It came with a lot of it, and you could put the netting on the howitzer to make a bivouac. And that was conversations I had with him when we did a review of it a while ago. But here's the deal: like, we had Mark on this year on our most successful stream of the year. It's like almost 4,000 people, whatever it was, 3,000, 4,000 people watched it. But at the end of the day, Hasbro, unfortunately, they own this stuff. So if you make it first, they can copy what you made and come out with it because they own it. Like, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make Mark wrong. It's just, it is what it is. It's not like Mark did it. Mark's trying to fill the void. And if Hasbro likes what Mark's doing and they can't work out a deal with them and they want to do it themselves, but they pretty. So, it is kind of fucked up, but they also own it. So it's like, it's kind of a weird situation. Like, it's.
Yeah, not to give them a way out, but we always know how these projects are planned out months and years in advance.
And they are planned out. They are planned out, but also they can be influenced by third party. Why not?
Definitely, always. Yeah.
They're influenced by Call of Duty. They're influenced by everything. So everybody takes a bits and pieces of everything, and it just so happens that the timing of that, and it's good options if you want to. We support Gridiron, right? We're like Gridiron Shills, Gridiron Gang, so we love to have the options.
All day.
Bobby, what do you think of getting a playset included with this instead of, it's better than patches, we can already say that, but instead of a figure, are you okay getting the bivouac?
1000%, yeah. Yeah, and in the famous words of LA Knight, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like this is great. Like, and again, it's something that a lot of us have been asking for, right? We want play sets. We want not just have our figure standing around looking like, stiff jackasses. We want to actually in a tent or something, being around a fire. Like this is a great addition, and I applaud the GIJoe team for going ahead and doing this. I love it.
Yeah. Question is the outside white or is it camo? Did they ever show the outside? That's the inside.
Yeah, we got it right here.
Yeah, it is camo. It's camo.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I like it even more. All right.
Yeah, I do want to just I think this is a rhetorical question, right? Because we're not saying they're copying it, because it's more those are the comments that I read, because I made a video about 4 minutes on this thing and we got a ton of comments, and some of them were like, oh, I know who they're copying, and well, they're making the bivouac. It got made first by a different company, and Gridiron killed it, and Hasbro killed it. So it's options. I mean, it would have been nice for Hasbro to make this 5 years ago. They didn't. So this is the inspiration, the OG. And then this is what you get. The result. Here's the.
Never had that thing. I always wanted to make Doc working on somebody in that.
Yep. Yeah, Doc would be good. Oh, now we need like winter Doc.
Oh, hey.
But yeah, there it is. So, but they just made it so much larger. And
Yeah.
then there's the mortar that comes with it, rocket launcher, old school radio. They talked about the telecom system. And yeah, I mean, this as a tier is a great tier. I think I'd rather have this than a figure, just because it's different and it will look nice inside of a detolf window. You don't have to put this on the top of a shelf. It's big, but it's not gonna take up like so much room.
And again, I'd rather this than a figure. Sorry, Salinas, because this adds to like Tony was saying, this creates a story. This adds more to it, and it looks. I love this. Yes, another figure would have been great, cool, but this is going to be fantastic. And then Spec also makes a great point. Like, shelf presence. Why give you the option when they re-release another and charge more? Like, get this now. For re-release for like $50, right?
I know Not Rachel has been posting this comment everywhere, and I will address it. It does say all terrain though.
Yeah.
Right. So I get like he's been making these comments, and I actually agree to a point, and I'm like, okay, this kind of tent does not make sense if there's a blizzard going on.
No, it doesn't.
No. But it's all terrain, the Snowcat. I know it's white and it's Snowcat, but it's snow all terrain vehicle, right? So combat all terrain. It could be in desert, it could be in the roads. So you can pitch a camp with the cat outside of it, and it doesn't have to be snow. It doesn't have to be a blizzard.
You can pitch a tent with Lady J. I mean,
oh, Bobby, we're gonna let you go soon. I know you gotta go. You're getting restless.
Thank you, Tony.
Almost there. We'll talk about Flint. We'll let you go.
That was fun. That was funny shit. Shit.
Yeah, you are hilarious. All right, we have the fish fit on the skewers, and then the fire pit has the translucent, transparent flame. So you got that, and then that's the back of the canopy. And then so this is pretty big. It'll fit in a detolf window, but it's good size. It's not mini. It's not small.
My detolfs are so full. shit.
Yeah, it's temporary shelter, so you're not gonna pull it out when there's a
Right.
there's a big
Yeah, that's all it is.
roast.
You're gonna cook. Yeah, you're gonna cook your fishes with that. You're not keeping warm with that fire. You're gonna cook the fish.
Yeah, cool. All right, moving on. So there you go. That's a good. They're all like, man, we made this. Okay, Flint, last guy, and then we'll let Bobby get some sleep. So Flint, the warrant officer, unlocks at 14K. The other ones were 12K and 10K. I'll go to you on this, Bob.
It looks great. Again, I love the fact that the beanie hat is angry. Like
Lady
Lenny
J's.
said, it's like someone waking up at 3 in the morning, like God damn it, throwing your shit on and walking out. Like, we've all had to do that. We've all had to do that. We don't look happy when we wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and have to take care of some shit. Like God damn,
No.
right? And then normal Flint head, he's got a cocky smile. Yeah, he's with Lady J. He is happy, right? Like
Boy.
you have the coffee pot, again, the Starbucks mug, the guns, like it all looks great. And again, I know people in the chat were saying, well, that fire isn't going to keep you warm, that collar give you hypothermia. These are toys. Remember, guys, toys. Fiction, right?
Right here, look, Quick Kick was shirtless in the snow when he was introduced.
Exactly. Right. Like
it's GIJoe. It isn't called real military Call of Duty Real World Heroes or something. It's supposed to be there's sci-fi ninjas and aliens and stuff. Come on,
exactly.
Guys. Just a toy.
Cobra La.
Damn.
We've got Cobra la 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 in this. Like, come on, people.
Cobra la 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 la.
Also, I didn't notice this. One of the sausages is eaten.
Lady J got hungry for some dog.
Exactly, right? Like she needed time. No, I'm gonna go there. But
Now,
look, this
hungry for some weenie.
I hope. Sorry, guys. J Solo Arts brings up a good point because we really need to mix and match this with the retro Flint that's about to arrive. I'm sure within the next couple months. They better not screw this up. I hate when you can't kit bash your own classified figures. It really
very
does suck.
true. Well, I actually I tried making a Magnum PI with Chuckles and Ricondo, and it didn't work because the neck pegs were messed up. I'm like, God damn it!
Sticky tack.
I know. I remember before he passed, I sent the picture to my brother. My brother like, did they make Magnum PI toys? I'm like, no, I made it. Like that's awesome. Like, yes, right. Like it's one of those things where like I hope to get the neck pegs right. But this looks great. And again, like it's the attention to details. It's the sausage that's getting eaten. It's that coffee maker, the coffee cup. Like this is all looks great. I love it.
Yeah, and if you're cool with, if you don't like the Flint that comes with the retro card, and I don't know if it's going to be different than this sculpt, you can hopefully kit bash it and then use this body with anybody. You can literally use this body.
Anybody.
I can't get it, man. I can't get it, man. Fucking scrambled eggs. I'm not gonna buy it. I wanted scrambled eggs, not these goddamn eggs. I
don't like overlight.
I love over easy. Fuck that. Yeah.
You know what's cool? So and the guns are winter XMLR, winter pump handle. So that's cool that
the gray looks kind of sexy on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got it's a gray, and it's actually, if you look really close, it's probably hard to tell in this picture, but they're gray, like there's a wood texture to it. It's like a gray wood texture. So it's really good.
Everybody talking about eggs in the chat. Fuck yeah.
Cool. And then there's the eggs right there. That's a big skillet.
Maybe I can make some October guard out of these guys. Uh-oh.
Little pepper. Little salt.
Cool. All right, and there you go.
There we go.
It happened in the cartoon right there. So this
Look at the navy guy, all dark navy blue. Nice.
Oh, Shipwreck is I guess cold.
He's got the pea coat. He's got the pea coat on.
Yes, cool. Yeah, super dope. And this is the whole thing. So we're gonna have to ask Bobby so he can get out of here. What whiskeys for the last week of the Fanstream, and then whiskeys for GIJoe June as a whole. So 2 separate scores, one for week 5 and then one for the whole month.
In the immortal words of Bubba from Varsity Blues, 10, 10, get a fucking 10.
Ty Dillinger.
Damn.
The Snowcat is a 5 out of 5. This is amazing. Again, bravo to the GIJoe team. It was great. Yeah.
I mean, you backed it, and you don't even have any HasLab, so that's perfect. That says it right there.
Yeah,
I know Bobby didn't have not a single HasLab. Wow.
I had to sell them.
That's right. That's right.
I sold them for the move, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And it sucked. I actually did keep my Dragonfly toys, the figures. I kept the Dragonfly figures. I kept that. But
I remember.
This was fantastic. When I see the team at San Diego, I'll be like this.
Rub it in.
I'm taking my goddamn money. And they did a great job. And again, I always fucking love seeing the three of them on the stream together. It was great. They did a fantastic job. And yeah, like bravo to them. Just hats off.
Nice. And just letting the audience know, we're not. This isn't the. We have one more segment. We're gonna let
I gotta
go. But yeah, we'll let you go. So you get 5 for the whole month of GIJoe June. You don't give it a 5, a 3.
Ciero. I give it a 3. I give it a 3. Here's the thing. I'll give it a 3.5. Right. Maybe a 4. Still good. 3.5 to 4. 3.5, 3.5 to 4. I can't really decide now. I was going to be clever, but like no, because here's
the 3.75, our rating scale here on the channel.
Okay, 3.75, right?
Decimals. Yeah.
Because week 1, if those hadn't been leaked, that would have been a great kickoff to the month, right? Week 2, shit happens. The world does not revolve around figure. So 2 and 3 don't give a shit. They were misses, and then you had the Rattler, which was great. You had the Snowcat, which was great, and then you still got a ton of great figures to either pre-order or wait for. I got Budo. I got the All Striker, and I'm gonna get this. Like it was a good month. It was a good month.
Cool.
And the GIJoe team should be proud of themselves.
Cool. And I'm proud of you for stepping in, and I appreciate you hopping on, and you were fantastic all night. And thanks again, Bobby, and we'll have you on for the road to Comic-Con, because we talked about it earlier. You'll be at SDCC, and can't wait to hang out with you, buddy, and have a few beers. It'll be a lot of fun. But hey, good night, and we'll catch you in the toy aisle, man. See you
later, y'all.
Hey, Bob. Can you fly, Bobby?
Oh, he's back from one.
Uh-oh. Hi, Bob. Get the fuck out.
Good. We didn't talk shit about it. Fuck that guy.
Nobody can talk shit about that bitch. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. If you're joining us late, we just went over the HasLab stuff, and we're going to talk about the future of the HasLab. But before that, Tone, give me whiskey scores for the final day, I should just say. It was only one day of GIJoe June, and it was the presentation on the Snowcat. What do you give out of 5?
I think a good 4.5. I'll give it. I liked it. I was like, I woke up and it was already going. I'm like, oh shit! And you get the flood of people on Facebook and YouTube and everything. Like, whoa, let me calm down. And then I watched it, with not listening to anybody, and I was like, holy shit, this thing is pretty big. It's nice. I'm like, damn, they really did the Snowcat. All right, and then I don't care, dude. I like all the little silly stuff that came with it, the eggs with the flint and all that other stuff, and the kitchenette and all that, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, people want to say, Judge Dredd was talking shit about being Barbie. I don't know if he's just fucking around or if he's serious, but yeah, I dig it. I don't care. It's a fun thing. It's a freaking toy. It's cool. It's a big ass fucking vehicle for your Joes. I've already got 2 snow guys that dump in it. It comes with frostbite, of course. More Arctic figures to come, no doubt. And it's a good offering, man. I like it. I really like it.
Yeah, I think they came back from the dead, and I don't think they were ever dead. But I like this comment here from Darth Stargazer. He says the Joe team should be proud of themselves, right? Emily, Tony, and Lenny The execs shouldn't be, and the execs will because they have all the money and they don't give a fuck. But you
Yeah.
know, there was a lot of where they lay off 150 people. They mentioned a guy that helps them build lab's named Mark, and they said he retired. Just gotta leave it at that, right? We don't really know. We don't really know what that
Nope.
means.
Don't know.
We don't know if he's retired or fired, but either way, like, look, maybe I'll find out at Comic-Con. It doesn't matter. It's not my business. But he's a guy who helped build the models for this, and they kept mentioning him on the stream. So they really dedicated it to this. But yeah, fuck the layoffs, man. And the layoffs, we don't really know. Like, unless you guys know in the chat, you know, through inside, we don't know if it's a social media team. We don't know if it's someone else in the corporate world who helps them make decisions. We do know what they lost Corey Cantaloupe. They lost John Warden. We don't really know who their global brand manager is because Emily runs several brands, but a lot of those brands are gone. Like, we don't see Dungeon and Dragon, Magic the Gathering. I mean, they still do Magic, but we don't really see a lot of that stuff. BMAC was supposed to, I thought he was taking over, but you know, on camera, he didn't have the chemistry that Emily did. It's when Emily's there, the streams are just better. Nothing against Ben, but it's just chemistry they built over years, right?
Yeah.
It's like next year for the Celtics, we got Tatum gone, we got all these guys coming in. They're not going to be able to fill the void of Jason Tatum. It's the same thing. You have all that chemistry on a team for a long time. It's going to be hard. So yeah, I think that's the deal. How about whole GIJoe June as a whole? So you gave this 4.5 out of 5. What do you give the whole month?
The whole thing, man. I don't know. It was kind of like we're all talking kind of about GIJoe June, about hey, where's the stuff? I think we were just talking about you know, how we're hanging on their words of saying we're gonna give you something every week. You know, and it was like, okay, well, where is it? You know, we're looking at that. So maybe a 3.5 to 4
Yeah.
for the whole thing. It could have
Yeah.
been. I think I was looking for something better, but I'm content. I'm good. Doesn't, you know, I'm a customizer. I make shit if I don't get it, you know.
Right, exactly. I want to say what's up to War Chest. Haven't seen in a minute. Good to see you. I think I saw him on Punk or so, like not Punk, but he did some stream with a bunch of people. I was checking out. Cool. Yeah, there's some other comments. No, Tatum got hurt. He's got an ACL. Like Damon, there's 3 players. There's Halliburton, Lillard, who got cut today. Imagine he got a torn ACL and the Bucks cut him. I don't know how the NBA allows that. Anyway, let's moving on from hoops. I'm gonna give this Fanstream. I'm gonna give it 4.75. Not quite a 5 out of 5. Because I'm kind of with some of the people that I would have liked to see one more Arctic character, or at least a hint that we're getting more of them. And I know we'll get that at Comic-Con, but the concern with this HasLab that we see over here to the left of us, to the right on the screen, is that it's designated for the snow. And we did kind of go through things and let you guys know it's all terrain, but it's still called the Snowcat. So I think they probably should have, at the very end, maybe said, and if you're worried about further building out this world, there's more to come at Comic-Con. Stay tuned. They didn't do that. They didn't include a deep cut character. We're gonna go over the future of Arctic characters in like a minute. But I just think I love the Lady J. We are already getting a retro Flint. It feels like too soon to get this Flint. You know what I mean? Like that was. But you can't do Lady J and not Flint, right? Because then if you do Lady J and Snake Eyes, people go, "That
what the hell are you doing?" Yeah, exactly.
Right. But Snake Eyes as a character, Arctic Snake Eyes seems better character than Flint. But you need Flint and Lady J. It just, especially with the scene we showed. So they were kind of fucked if they do, fucked if they don't, and that's why I'm only taking off a decimal there.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, and they're in their Arctic gear. They're sunburned, so it's like, yeah.
Flint is like a top 3 to 5. Like I pick Flint over Duke, right? So that's Flint.
Me too. Me too.
He's my guy, but we're just getting a retro Duke coming. It just feels it's too soon. That's just me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, great HasLab, and I really hope they hit all the tiers.
Same here.
Cool. Now the fun part, Tony. Quinn, you mentioned it earlier. Here we go. We talked about Arctic Snake Eyes. There was a 3-pack in the Vala versus Venom stages here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think they should do here? Should we got Comic-Con coming up in a few weeks? Do you think they should further support this HasLab? And we didn't get much support with the Dragonfly and the Rattler. Should they start talking about Ice Baby or what?
I think so. It'd be cool, and it's just all speculation. It's all just wants and needs and dreams and stuff. Why not? I mean, give us that Arctic Snake, guys. Give us that Quinn. If you're gonna make the Arctic, Lady J needs to come with Flint. Well, hey, this badass duo right here, that'd be excellent. You know how many people would be happy with? Oh my goodness, you make this Snake Eyes and that Quinn. Dude, you're rocking. That's dope. I mean, I've been wanting a Quinn for a long time, looking for a buck to make out of him. I just really said, well, we'll just wait and see. Hasbro will do it and stuff. And to make a Snake Eyes like that, it's freaking simple. But Quinn's the bigger buck body. So I think that'd be awesome to support the HasLab. In the meanwhile, hey, give us these two. Here we go with Iceberg, Blizzard, maybe Sub-Zero. Go crazy. I mean, maybe make come out with fan channel Polar Battle Bear. Let's go all snow while we're in the freaking summertime. Why not?
Right, exactly. I think it's funny. Well, I always make jokes in Hollywood because you have to, when you film, it takes a long time to put stuff together and edit. So
Yeah.
we're always filming our winter scenes in the summer. It's
Yeah.
it's Southern California. Conditions are brutal when you're out there and it's 90 degrees and the sun, especially in the valley, and we're wearing winter coats and beanies, and they're like, oh yeah, cut, one more take, one more, and they
Sweating
just
balls.
15 takes and we're getting crushed. All right, Nightmares Cave. I'm sorry you asked this a long time ago. I don't know if you're still with us, but what side pieces would you like to see between now and the Snowcat ships? We're gonna talk about all that right now. Flaffle, Iceberg will pull a Battle Bill, Tundra Stalker with the next year Blizzard. Yep, we're gonna go over all that now. I got some nice slides. Predictions on total units that will be sold. Do you think the Snowcat will reach its full potential? And do you have any prediction on units? I'm not like a big numbers guy, so I think it'll get to like 16,000. It needs 14 for Flint. I think it'll surpass that.
I do too.
Cool.
I think so.
Okay. Not Rachel says, I'm back in the Snowcat. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 because I found the stretch goals underwhelming. They chose to go Sunbow direction. Whereas I would have went a real American hero. Fair enough. Still a strong score. 4 to 5 is good. Oh, and I'd even give my whole score for GIJoe June as a whole. I give it like a 3.75. I think early on I was in the 3.25. In the last couple weeks, 5 out of 5. So it kind of averages out to like almost a 4.
There you go.
3 points. If we want to get crazy math, like Steiner math and shit, 3.75 -4. I think they ended up really good, but it just like the lack of communication from Hasbro, the corporation, not Lenny, Tony, Emily, whatever. The corporation, the lack of communication until the last couple weeks was brutal, absolutely brutal. If you take that away, I think everything we talked about in the first hour of GIJoe June and the Snowcat was chef's kiss. They had a wonderful month. It's just too bad that the communication this month was like up and down like a roller coaster. Yeah, and we see some comments about Ryan Ting. Yep. Hopefully we will see him at Comic-Con. Not with Marvel Legends, but he's going on his own accord because he's in some toy panels and stuff. He's already got a badge. He'll be there. Hopefully, I'll say what's up and get a selfie and talk to him and see what he's got next. I mean, John Warden went to Loyal Subjects, and obviously we covered masks. So there we go. Okay, back to where we were. Here we go. Cool. Arctic Snake Eyes.
Arctic Snake Eyes. Why not? Hell yeah.
Yeah, we showed that one on when we went through all the Snake Eyes, that one episode. That was a fun one. We showed that one on the left. I never saw the card back. That Arctic Trooper Snake Eyes is really cool.
That one's dope. Yeah, I don't care for the Rise of Cobra one, but the Arctic Trooper Snake Eyes is dope with Quinn's necklace, the Weasel Skulls. That's dope. That's straight out of the comic book.
Yeah. retro carded snow job is definitely going to happen. There you go.
All right.
Okay, his tank 26K, Dragonfly 24K, Rattler 20K, Snowcat 22. So a lot of people are thinking about 20, 25, 20, seeing all kind of numbers here.
Jeremy
Cool, we're not
numbers.
going to get. Yep, go ahead. Sorry.
No, Jeremy with his numbers.
Oh yeah. We're not going to
Someone
get
do
into
it. We'll find someone.
one thing we're not going to do in this episode, we'll save it for another time. We're not going to get into the snow vehicles. We already talked about the white. If you just joining us now, we already covered the Arctic Hiss. We already covered the Battle Bear. But here's a somewhat of a vehicle, figure with vehicle. You got Tundra Stalker, Tony.
Yeah, man, that's always been a cool one. I never had him as a kid, but hey, this is Stalker's, cold weather gear with his vehicle. It's great. He's got the white guns, boy. He reminds me of how they dressed up Red Dawn's weapons. Yeah, man, this is cool. I mean, he looks. I think I'd rather have him with a little camouflage beanie than the white one, but either one works. So yeah, that'd be cool to have him too. He's a fan favorite from what I hear.
Yeah, and when you take it off, you see his skull beanie.
Oh, okay. That goes over.
Camo, and then that's just like a fully winter one because he's gonna get freeze with that other one. But
I think it freezes fucking ears off.
But that's what's cool because this covers the all-terrain thing. Because a canoe, you can only get so far if it's in the water if it's too cold, right?
Right. You're gonna hit ice all day. Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. Didn't they already release the Arctic Snake? They never called it Arctic Snake Eyes. I know Punk on Circle of Jerks, or no, Punk on his own show last night was making a joke how it was like Arctic Timber, but that was like Renegades. I know it has a shamag on it, so it's a scarf, but I don't know. That didn't feel like it was.
No, the box art had him in the snow. Yeah.
Because look at that giant coat on both of them. Those are giant coats. We didn't get a coat like that on that Snake Eyes, right? He just was regular gear with a shamag. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Right.
All right, so he showed the Battle Bear already. Here's Snow Job. That's the classic retro one. And then he had the brown web gear on the new one. I was right. It was brown web gear. And then you got the camo for the is that the POC? And then I don't know what the hell is that one? The one on the right.
I don't know.
That one's cool, right? It's a modern era one. It's like a collector's club
cool,
one.
It's pretty cool. It looks like the joints are killing me though.
Oh yeah, but you like the green with the camo? I think that's neat. It's different.
The green's cool. Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah.
I actually like the green camo on the movie one that we got in the middle. That one's
yeah. That camo's pretty dope. That's big time Red Dawn.
So if they're gonna do the Battle Bear, right, which we talked about it. We have a snow job already, but do you come out with a retro carded snow job, like all white skis, everything kind of pared down, not the
black gear
on a retro card, or do you include the Battle Bear with it, or do you do a Battle Bear with a different version of snow job, like an upgraded classified, or do you just come with a Battle Bear with another character? Like, what if you're Hasbro? Like, how do you release this stuff?
I'd be cool with like I don't know. Everybody likes the retro cards, but I don't care. I do like make the vehicle come out with a retro looking, snow job since we got the classified one, and make him like, sell him like you sold a Stinger in the Vamp, something like that.
And then we have Arctic Lady J. You got pretty much the same buck. You could just pop on a scarlet head on that and it'll work. But we see her in the Energon comics on the left with Snow Job. That was her own miniseries. Pretty amazing art. And then from right from Sunbow, you have Arctic Duke and Arctic Scarlet there going on a wintry date. And so yeah, there's a lot of options. I think like we said in the comments, they did not make. All right, Tony, you might have said that too. They did not make that winter buck for no reason. Like we got to see a Scarlet with that Lady J.
Got to see a Scarlet cover girl. Like that artwork is badass. It looks like a fucking Snow Job's hot brass is gonna go right down the back of Scarlet, popping out right on her. Ah, you son of a bitch! Not only am I deaf, I'm burnt from your brass. Anyway, but Yeah, that's a badass piece of art. But yeah,
Aren't
with
they
those
great?
bucks, man, you could put different head sculpts. That'd be cool if the ball joint lets you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Cool. You got that. And then here's the ones everyone talks about: Blizzard, Iceberg, Avalanche. I'll ask you, Tony, do you think it was a good decision for them not to include any of these with the Snowcat, or do you think we should have gotten some different snow characters instead of, Jay and Flynn?
I am content for one. I mean, at first I wasn't. I'm like, why them? Why Sunbow? Why, But I think someone else, maybe it was Punk or Spec, they were saying, well, or somebody else was saying it. Don't lock those behind this. Make these. It's funny, like that Jay and Flint are like con exclusives, so you have to get the HasLab to get them. Let these
Right.
come out on their own. I think that's perfect. Don't lock these characters, but because those ones that come with the HasLab are like extra. You already have Lady J and you already have Flint. Well, these are
So they're
then
not necessary. And Frostbite is the driver,
not
so and
necessary.
he drives the Snowcat. So, like
Yeah.
Wild Bill, the Dragon, you have to have the correct driver with the correct vehicle. Even if they're
Yes.
popular, Wild Weasel, Wild Bill are super popular, but they come with those vehicles. So they have to be locked. You can
Yeah.
always make a retro card at Wild Weasel. You can make a retro card at Wild Bill. You could do some 3-pack, like they're making all
Right.
kind of 2-packs, 3-packs. You can include those guys later. But for these,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't think you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
These
would not
guys.
be good to put these behind 350 paywall.
Right. I mean, you come out with these, and if you want to go, if the Snowcat starts you on that on that cold weather, theme. Hey, let's see Blizzard. Let's see Iceberg. I want to see Iceberg. He's one of my favorites. He looks dope. I would love to. He'd be real easy to customize and make, but I'd love to see Hasbro's offering too, and this Arctic Mission team. Make them all like that. Oh, that'd be
So
Chef's kiss with more snow vehicles. That'd be badass.
here's my question with this is do you like name only reveal these? Do you do them separate? Or Snow Job is the big name, and Snow Job hasn't been out for like what, 2 years, and he's probably not easy to get, right? I don't think he's easy
He's
to
not.
get.
He is not easy to get. Not even at Joe
So
Fest.
this is not a bad idea just to redo this. Give us Iceberg and Blizzard, the two most popular non-Frostbite and Snow Job characters, right? Give us those two with a different version of Snow Job. Snow Job is the guy that sells it because he's the name. But then you got the deep cutter. Not that they're super deep cuts, but Iceberg and Blizzard are not, they're not Flint and Snake Eyes. But you have that one guy who's like super popular, repaint him up, a modern camo deco, and include these characters in a 3-pack, make it Pulse exclusive so they're not shelf warming or people waiting for Ross,
Dude, that would
all that
fly.
garbage. Yeah, this would do well if this was a PulseCon 3-pack exclusive made
My
to
God.
order. Because I don't know if you really want Iceberg or Blizzard as characters in the wave. I don't know if they're popular enough. Like they're popular enough.
I think Iceberg is at least. Blizzard, I never really knew
Yeah.
him that well. I think I was out of Joe when he came out. He was later in the line, but I definitely I had Iceberg, and he is a dope looking character. The way his little loadout is, the way he looks, and he fit right in with Snow Job and the snow vehicles and all that. So that'd be awesome.
So GIJoe Not Forever, the homie's asking for Sub-Zero. So here you go.
There you go. Crazy.
Hey, that's an O-ring Sub-Zero. Like on the it's an O-ring Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. So to a couple of O-rings. So we got Sub-Zero. I mean, the thing is, when they make 2-packs and 3-packs, they always include a popular character in them, right? Don't
Yeah.
they? Well, they did. Do you think Spirit and Lowlight are popular enough to do a 2-pack alone? Or should they have just put Slaughter in there and made it a 3-pack? You know how they have
You mean for their Marauders looking?
Marauders. So I'm just trying to figure out, because
I do.
like for instance, Renegades 2-pack, we got Slaughter and Mercer. So you got Slaughter. Slaughter's the guy that like the mainstream wants. But when they did 3-pack of Vipers as army builders. I'm just trying to think of a way that they would. I'm trying to think from their perspective, because if you do Sub-Zero, which I don't even know if they can use the name, Sub-Zero,
No,
Blizzard,
probably not.
right? Frostbite, not Frostbite, Iceberg. I don't feel like any of those three guys are popular enough to sell to casual people. They're like, oh, those are a bunch of winter guys. But I think if you include Snow Job, he's that like instead of Sub-Zero, which they can't use it. I just feel like it's a stronger 3-pack. I know the hardcore base wants Sub-Zero, but the if you're a corporate, you're gonna want to put a popular. You might even put Snake Eyes with Frostbite and Blizzard because he's Snake Eyes, right? Wouldn't you? They're always gonna put like a named character in.
They got well, yeah, to sell it, yeah.
That's just me. I don't know. Maybe even but Snow Job needs a re-release, so he makes sense too.
Yeah.
You could go either way.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. All right. Now this was inspired by Not Rachel's post. These are all drivers, winter drivers, and he was really upset. And I say he, so it's not Rachel. He was upset that wind chill, cold front, whiteout, snowstorm, they're all Arctic drivers, that they weren't included because he's like, I'm never getting those vehicles. This was the only opportunity. Would you have put deep cut drivers with the snowcat instead of like Arctic? Like he wanted all these, wind chill, you got snowstorm. Like he wanted all these because he's like, I'm never gonna get these.
That would be dope, but I mean, let's give him a chance. The line's not going anywhere. You got to go by the pyramid, like snow jobs on the top. Iceberg is coming, on the way down, and then Blizzard and Sub-Zero and all these funky, the rest of the snow guys. I mean, I'd even put Quinn and Snake Eyes above those dudes, but
yeah,
I
think Quinn and Snake Eyes is a good 2-pack. Yeah. And look, is this Snake Eyes sells on his own? No shit. That's why you put Snake Eyes with. And I feel like I'm going after you tonight, Carl. No, I'm actually inspired. I'm using your post as material for the show. I'm using it. I'm stealing it. That's how good you are in the community. Like you inspired me to do a discussion. So if I'm arguing with it, it's intense passion. So thank you.
Right.
But no, it's like Snake Eyes is the guy who sells the 3-pack because some people only collect Snake Eyes and they're going to buy the 3-pack, then sell the other 2 figures. He's selling it.
He's the Spider-Man. He's the Deadpool.
Right. He's the Spider-Man, the Wolverine. If you include, you got the repaint of Big Ben. That's an easy one because he's already got a winter coat in the regular one.
Easy.
You got whiteout. This looks like Snow Job with a darker beard. I mean, it pretty much is Snow Job.
That's pretty. Wow, that's a Snow. Wow, that's a. Wow, talk about like reuse for a total Snow Job.
Whiteout. Wind chill, you got the green coat wind chill right there, like with the yellow. Wow, that's a terrible figure. My God,
that's kind of cool.
And then it kind of. And then you got
wind chill could be on the October Guard.
These are some deep cuts. I don't think we'll ever see. Yeah, no, cool. I'm just all right, cool. We're using your material, man. This wasn't on the show until today. That I added these slides this afternoon because I was like, I want to get into the weeds with this Arctic shit, and you inspired me to. But whiteout is a Snow Job repaint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whiteout.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. More fun stuff, right? We got to go to the bad side. We're getting a lot of good guys now. We have Arctic Bat. We have Snow Serpents. Remember, Arctic Storm Shadow is a good guy. He's a good guy at that point. He's a GIJoe character. So we got to get some more. We're going to Snow Serpents and Bats. We got to get some other ones. They love their Vipers. This is a really easy repaint. And then Lenny likes to get crazy. If he wants to get crazy, you got a heavy Arctic Viper.
Look at that Saw M249 Para. Wow. Okay. Talking shit. Oh man. Winter green Vipers. Let's go. Get it.
I like it. Turquoise Vipers. Yeah. Lot of fun. Okay, more Rise of Cobra stuff here in 25th. Yeah, we've got the Ice Viper Officer, and actually it's not pictured. We have the Cobra Arctic Transport Officer. I have the Ice Viper Officer on the next one. We got the Ice Viper Arctic Assault in the middle. No, that's who it is. Okay, cool. I got confused. So Ice Viper Officer is in the middle. We've got the Night Creeper Ice Ninja on the left.
Ice Creeper.
I know. And then you got the Cobra Arctic Transport Officer. Okay, because we do have
that package art for the Arctic Transport Officer. Holy shit, that looks That looks mean right there. That's badass.
I know that does look sick. It looks that's AI before AI.
Shit.
That shit's crazy. But look, they already made a Night Creeper. Just paint it white and turquoise. And
You painted white and winter green.
they should do a multi-pack of 3 characters just like this. Like it's an army
Dude,
builder
they
set,
could do
but it's
so
one
much.
of each. One of each. And they're all like pretty much redos, right? In a way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it's a beachhead with Cobra Trooper helmet, beachhead balaclava, snow
Yes.
job, frostbite's translucent goggles, a snow serpent's body, some camo. There you go.
Look at you. I taught you well.
Hey, I review figures for a living right now. That's all I do. Yeah. What do you think of these guys? These guys are insane.
This would be insane. I mean, you go Cobra. Oh my god. I wouldn't think I'd like an ice night creeper, but holy crap, I just see him dug in the snow waiting for your ass. And then that Arctic transport trooper officer caught my eye. I'm like, holy, that looks pretty dope, dude. That looks like a badass custom to be made. Just yearning for it, you know. So those look cool. I'm just out of the
Arctic
Cobra.
Valkyries,
Check that guy out.
Cobra Troopers.
Arctic Valkyries. Oh my god. That's
The
right.
student has become the teacher. Hilarious. All right, cool. Last thing we'll talk about is Comic-Con. Do you have any predictions for the next fan stream? And then what do you think they should do in general? Doesn't have to be the ice stuff, but just anything you think they should do. Because look, they already released the HasLab. What could top that at Comic-Con? They have to have a big panel for San Diego.
Well, I still want my freaking Thunder Machine. But that's like going a step. I don't know. I don't think that has to be a HasLab. You know what I mean? You know, I don't think that has to be. You know, I mean, you got the Vamp, you got the Stinger, you got Thunder Machine out the door, and that thing will fly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Pulse exclusive, made to order, 2-month window. Let it go. That's it.
Yeah.
Just like Sentinel 97 and Dragon Man, and those did very well with Marvel Legends. Doesn't have to have lights. Doesn't have to have stretch gold tiers. Just give us Thrasher. Give us the vehicle. That's it. Don't have to add a lot of
goddamn dreadnoughts. But if they go crazy, because the Thunder Machine does have those police officer lights on top, oh my, easy. Just maybe I should just shut up and just let it go. That would be insane. Can you imagine working, code 3 lights on top? Oh my god. Someone's gonna do it if they don't make it, but
yeah.
That'd be crazy, you know. I'm just thirsty. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just thirsty for a Thunder Machine, only because we got all we're missing. We're missing a few, but the main ones that I would like is Thrasher with the Thunder Machine. Give me Zanzibar and his skiff because it's wacky as hell, and then start with the other ones like Zartan's kid and all that other shit, Heart Wrencher, all that.
Predict the announcement: a battle bear with Iceberg and
I'm
Cobra
down.
Fang. Cobra Fang with a male version of a pilot that came with a claw.
I'm down with all that. Toy Bounty Hunter coming with fire.
Those are great predictions. I think the Thunder Machine is Tony is thirsty, a thirst trap.
Sure, David. My boy.
Yeah, I think the Thunder Machine is the key. What about, let's see, what else could they do? How about something that's not a vehicle? And while you think, I'll think. I didn't have a list for this because this was for Apathy and Bees Battlegrounds, and
I know. For not a vehicle, like Adam was saying, give us some new characters. That'd be cool. What happened? I mean, you gave us what is it?
Parth Vama.
Parth Vama. There you go.
Well, they've been giving us new. What was it? The Fang driver, not the Fang driver. The Ferret driver. They got the there's a handful. Oh, what were the zombie dudes? Are pretty cool. The warm armor.
Oh, the mole rats.
Mole rats. It would be good to get one new character in the line and they don't have to go crazy with a whole bio, but just something new, just something else like that.
Something
I
new,
agree.
give me something new. Twilight Guard, yes, Adam. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
I
it's
agree. I
new
feel
would be
like we're
fun.
starting to. They're worried about our shelf space, but I think the Thunder Machine could be good. But I wouldn't include any other. I know some people like Vamp Mark II and all. I wouldn't include any other vehicles unless they're tiny, like
Yeah,
bikes
like
and
yeah,
stuff.
little ones like yeah, the Fang would be small enough, I guess.
Fang is small, so I think
Yeah.
the Fang is the spot on
Yeah.
guess for the smaller vehicle. It would take the Claw's place because Claw was a Comic-Con reveal, right?
Yeah. I'm with Jason.
Sure.
It could bring us airtight, bring us mainframe. I think mainframe was announced, wasn't he? I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't have that. I don't have like the whole list and stuff of like
Yeah,
who's in the
yeah.
pipeline and all that. But I was just thinking out loud.
You gotta ask
Yeah.
McLeod.
But at the end of the day, they got I think the key. I think the keys are the Thunder Machine. I think the other key is supporting this HasLab, and it especially if it doesn't, it's gonna get backed by the time we get to Comic-Con. But if
Oh
they
my
don't
god,
hit all the goals by the
yes.
time we get to Comic-Con, they better start rolling out some ice support, some Arctic support, like all the stuff we just talked about for the last 30, 40 minutes. All those, they don't need them all, but give us, I like the Battle Bear. I like, Blizzard. Give us some more figures because some of these people that are on the fence go, holy shit, they
They're gonna
weren't
fly.
lying.
Yeah.
They told us they were selling us a whole playset. And now I have all these figures that are going to work in this playset, work in this world with maybe a chef roadblock because he can go with the kitchen. Like
Easy,
that.
I mean, yeah.
It is Quinn. I like Quinn a lot. Quinn fits that
I
whole
Me
everything they're
too,
doing.
me too.
Quinn
I'm a big
fits.
Quinn fan, yeah.
Yeah. I think building that world, and then it's the year of the Dreadnought, right? You got Cold Slither. You got Cold Slither's performing a song called Thunder Machine. You got the band Cold Slither. They're performing on that Thursday or Friday night at Comic Con. You got Monkey Wrench should be hitting pretty soon. You,
Yes.
I think they got to really go heavy into Heart Wrencher would be a good one because he's
Yes,
been proven for a while. Yeah.
we have a whole crew, we have a whole slew of dreadnoughts already, and not one vehicle for them yet. Come on, what's up? You know what I mean?
Line is dead. All right. Well, since the line is dead, I think that's it for a toy kind of mood because we have no other toys we talk about in the show. If the GIJoe classified line is dead, the show is over. That's what we were told once. Right. But anyway, Tony, thanks so much. It was good to hang out. Good to see you. Wish you all the best to you and your family.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, man, take care of yourself and yeah, stay close to your loved ones. But anything else you got for us before we fly out of here?
No, that's it, man. It felt good to come on and take a break
Yeah.
from all the stuff that is going around here with all the stuff surrounding my sister's passing and everything, and I'm still dealing with it. Where the families come together, and we're just dealing with all the business that comes after you lose someone. So, well, I have both my sisters, Peggy and Anna. They're doing, they're holding it down for my mother, and I'm there for them too. And it's good. We're gonna get through it, but it's good to just take a break and come hang with friends. I was almost gonna go on with the Circle of Jerks earlier, but I was knee deep in how dusty detolfs get. I was trapped, so I did that, and I saw you guys going on. So yeah, thanks for letting me jump on with you.
Yep, and you got some condolences here in the chat room, man. So
Thank
we
you,
have such a
everybody. Much love and
special,
respect for you guys.
such a
I
special,
need it.
amazing community, and man, you guys turned up. I was like, I had, a toy kind of mood. I'll be just fully transparent. We don't need any fucking guests. We have an all-star team, right?
Pretty much.
And even when they want to do their own thing, love you guys. We're good, right? We have a great, and I think it's the community, man. We have good panelists, but it's engagement that we have with the community is really special and makes us really fun. And it makes all the hard work that we put into the show. It makes it all worth it, and that really means a lot. And we're connected. And I hope this the limited time you had with us Tony really was good. Good vibes for you for the week.
Yes, needed it. like I said, this is my zen. This is my. It's not only is customizing therapy, hanging out with you guys and the community we have here on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. You need it, man. You need the escape. You know, even from when, you know, from happy things, crazy things, sad things. It's just, that's what I need it for. So
Yeah.
blessed.
Yep. And I'm blessed to have you on. It was a pleasant surprise. I could, you know, been hard to get a hold of you. So thanks, man. Love you, dude. Love you, Bobby, and the rest of the Toy Kind of Mood. Love the community. And that's it for GIJoe June. We're January 1st. We're on the road to SDCC. It's going to be great. Every week we'll be doing what we do, right? Videos, reviews. We got some classified reviews coming in the pocket. We got exclusives, you know, like this Comic-Con's coming up and the champ is here, baby. The champ's here already. So we got some shit going on here at Toy Kind of Mood. So for everybody, I really appreciate it. Like the show. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We'll have more content. And yeah, for Tony, Bobby, KJ, and the rest of the gang, Travis Moody will catch you in the twilight. All right.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.